Get a piece of paper.
All right. We are live here. Welcome, everyone,
to a special
Let's go.
edition of Deck Test Tuesday. I'm Andy, and this is my beautiful wife, Kirsten.
Hello.
And I know we normally come and hang out with you guys and test out some decks, see how the meta's doing, see what does and doesn't work here. But today we are excited for Reign of Jafar. There's no more set champs. We've got all our
None.
wins and losses in the books, and now we gotta get excited for the next set, right?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to open some new packies.
It is gonna be a
Give
lot of
me
fun.
that Cusco Enchanted.
That would be nice. I want the Stitch Enchanted.
Well, either way, we need to prepare ourselves, and maybe you, even. We could be of some help for sealed and draft, because that's what I'm excited for.
Yes, I am getting the controls ready for that. I forgot we didn't have our cameras there or anything. So, yeah, let us know what kind of events you're doing this weekend. I know we've got a Friday night sealed, Saturday sealed, Sunday sealed. We were trying to fit a
Yeah.
draft
And
in there,
Monday.
and a Monday sealed. Yeah, we were trying to fit a draft in there too, right? But
Well, yeah.
we couldn't get it in timing wise. Um, but yeah, do you
We have
guys
to
like
go to our
doing?
preferred store.
Yeah, do you guys like doing draft sealed? I tend to do sealed first, right? Like that seems a little better rather than doing draft, just because you don't know what the cards are. It takes a long time to read through them.
I agree. I agree.
All right, so there's a lot of cards, and we don't want to take up too much time, so we're going to try and speed through these things. Let's send us over to the other camera mode we got here. We are going to show the card. We're going to talk about the card a little bit. We have a little method here. Do you have the little card ranking score input system app that
Yes, I do
I
have
built
that
here?
up. I
So
am just I am finding a way to keep track of the score, so other than pen and paper, because that sucks. So I am pulling that up now.
yeah, we might be able to.
I'm good. All right.
You got it. You got it. I was gonna say we
Yep,
might be able to
I'm
get a
good.
spreadsheet for you of
Well, I think my spreadsheets are gonna show up in not dark mode, so I don't want my eyeballs to be blinded. So I'm
oh,
going to do it in a note and keep,
and
but
no.
it's fine.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Um, but we're able to put our scores in here. Let's throw your score up there. Make sure it works for you.
Let's see. Let's go. Boop.
Doing a scale out of 10 here, I guess, right?
Yeah,
And then we
sure. I did
can.
fine. Oh wait, in the score ranking input or yeah, that's the only one, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then we can get a combined score to show you the total when it averaged out between us. We can clear everything out here. All right. Are we ready to get in? We got an easy one here to start. We're going to start with the one drops. We go all the way through. We've got Charlotte LaBouffe.
Really boof.
Just your classic, was it
I
Olaf,
mean,
right? Mini.
for the one drops that are available, I'm gonna take this one.
Yeah, not
A
not
one
too
three is
early.
nice. No, not early, but
All
like
right.
when it gets time to pick up a one drop, this will be a good one.
Maybe. I think there's better ones out there. I'm going to give it a 5.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a 6. Did that show up?
Yep, there we
And
go.
then
Yeah, the 6. And we got a 5.5 total here. Not too bad. I think there's going to be better one drops here. Let's look at the next one and find out. Mirabelle 02. When you play this character, you may reveal a song card in your hand to gain 1 lore. This is like probably a 2. That's my score. This is not great. I think in
I don't really care for it.
limited formats, you don't really want any non-character cards. There are very, very few that have a large enough impact on the board or on the game at all. So, especially if it doesn't draw you a card or something like that.
That's true. I'm gonna give it a 3 because cute factor.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. So
All
2.5
right.
it is.
Okay. Sorry. Do we both need to do the input, or does just one of us?
Only one of us, I guess.
Okay. Well, I think we're both doing it, and it would be easier for one of us to do it if I'm
I can
writing
do
down
it.
the scores. Okay.
I could do them both if
All
you just
right.
tell me
You just
your
have to tell
score.
me the average. All right.
All right.
Jean,
What is this?
Niceland resident.
What is this from? Bolt?
I think it's Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph? Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever this character quests...
Yeah, it literally says Wreck-It Ralph at the bottom in the flavor text.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Bro.
Whenever this character quests, remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Nah.
He's not gonna live.
Yeah, I don't remember what I gave that last one, but this one's only slightly
You gave it
better.
that last one a 2.
So then I'll give it a 3.
Okay, you're giving this one a 3.
Yeah.
I am gonna give this one a 2 because there's no cute factor. I mean, Jean maybe is a cute character, but like not my favorite.
All right.
So 2.5 again.
Not too many great 1-drops. Whenever you play this character, chosen opposing character gets a -1 until the start of your next turn. Okay, so that's
I don't mind
something
this one.
I actually
I kind of
care
like this
about.
this one, right?
Yeah, it's lowered stats, but it's not a bad effect.
I'm gonna give it a 7 for a
7.
for a 1-drop. I'm gonna give it a 7.
All right. I gave it a 5, so it comes out to a 6
Okay.
overall.
All right.
The next one is probably not too great. This puppy here, Patch.
Aww,
Ward,
that's
and
so
while you have another puppy
cute.
character in play, this character gets +1.
I think there's gonna be how many other puppies? I don't remember. I know there's at least the reprint one.
Just the reprint one. There's certainly
Oh.
others, but like it just means you'd have to play. Like that puppy is still not great. The two cost
True.
2/3. So I mean, if you have them, it's not a bad combo, but I don't know that I'd take it uninkable for that.
That's true.
Because otherwise it's just kind of a bad 1-drop.
We'll get a 3.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. So
All right.
3 total here. All right. Let's see. Lady.
Ooh.
Whenever you play a character, this character gets +1 this turn. And while this character has 3 strength or more, she gets +2 lore.
For limited, I don't think it's great. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent card, but like you're gonna run out of cards. So the amount of times you're gonna be able to play a character,
3 characters.
more than one, like more than one character, like that's kind of rough.
Yeah, this
So,
is a 1/3 on most turns. That's about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And the upside's not too great. I think you're right. I think we give it a. I think you
3.
give it a 3. 3 sounds
All
good.
right. Easy.
All right.
Oh, are these not in order?
Not in number order.
Yeah.
I think they are.
Well, that was just number 33, and this is 40.
Well, it's because we're number 1. We're doing 1-drops.
Oh,
Or
shoot.
1-drops, yeah. So an action, the first action we see here, choose one, remove up to 3 damage from chosen character, or remove up to 3 damage from each of your characters with bodyguard. It doesn't draw a card. I think you just don't play this as a 1.
I don't know. If you get stuck with it, it's not bad inkable, and it's not terrible either.
Eh.
I don't know. I'd give it a like 3 again, I guess. It's not great.
All right. So that gives it a 2
All right.
combined. All right.
Wait, what did you give it?
A 1. It was
Oh.
a 1. It was not a playable card, I don't think. This Palace Guard with Vanish is, I think, pretty decent. It doesn't quest for much, so it's not like a Daisy necessarily, but like a 1/4 is a pretty good stat line. It's a pretty solid stat line in my opinion.
I agree. I give it 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm gonna
For one drop?
give it like a 6.
Okay, well, you're just Mr. Harsh Pants here, okay?
Yeah, one drops aren't great. I don't know that any one drop
I'm just rating
is
them out
great.
of, like, other one drops.
Oh, okay. Whenever you draw a card, this character gains Challenger +1 this turn. So this is just a 2/2 on your turn, basically. On the rare occasion, you're gonna draw 2 cards in a turn, which is good. I mean, you want to be drawing cards, but
yeah. It's not my favorite.
yeah, not great.
3.
I'd say 4.
Mm.
All right. Royal Guard Octopus. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Bill the Lizard Chimney Sweep. Is this from? What is this from?
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland.
It also has
Oh,
what
White
it is.
Rabbit. We need a
Yeah.
lizard with a lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Is lizard like a term for a chimney sweep?
I don't really know why he says that.
I don't know. Well, Bill the Lizard. 1/2. Whenever another character, while another character in play has damage, this character gains evasive. So it's just kind of like a worse Pascal, right?
Yeah, it's like super worse.
The other character, while another character in play has damage, so it could be your opponent's character, but like,
I guess you're right. That's true.
no matter
That's
what,
not awful.
that's not awful. But like, you got to lock down basically. If you have a character with damage, that character just like
Yeah.
doesn't do anything, so that this one can maintain its evasiveness, which is not
True.
necessarily worth it.
I'm gonna give it 6.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay.
That is 6 is pretty high in my opinion. I don't know that.
Yeah.
All right, Dale. The same as Charlotte, but a little bit better because he's
Yeah.
cute. So
A little. You think
I don't know
she's
what I gave
okay? You gave Charlotte a 5.
I guess I have to give this a 5.1.
All right, I'm gonna go 5.5.
For an average of
You're going
5.3.
5.1.
Slightly better than Charlotte. I think I overvalued Charlotte. All right, this next card is probably the actual one. It's like actually a
This is really nice.
good one drop here. So it's
Yeah.
uninkable, which stinks, but I think you're like always playing this at some point. Each exerted character you have in play. So this is like pretty regularly should be able to do at least 2 damage.
Yeah.
If not potentially a few more. It's just like a strength of a raging fire.
Yeah.
It's uncommon too, so you should be able to find.
I mean, it's a
this
little
a few
more
times.
conditional than strength, but yeah.
Yeah, there's the acronym BREAD. It's like bombs removal, evasion.
Yeah, you definitely want this for
aggression,
removal.
duds or something. Yeah, so the
'Cause
removal.
I don't
is
remember
pretty
how much
important.
removal is in this set, but
Not too much.
some sets don't have a lot, so.
I'm gonna go 7.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna go 8.
I need to be able to remember what my scores are. I'm probably misrating them compared to other things, but that's fine.
Maybe.
7.5. All right. Next up, we got Twitter padded.
Twitter pated.
Twitter pated. I think it's pronounced
Twitter pated.
X pated. Now they go by X, not Twitter. Anymore. Got him. Chosen character gains evasive until the start of your next turn.
It's not bad for one drop.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you really have to, it's better than the other actions. But I just.
I'm gonna do 6.
It just sort of keeps one of your people alive or helps you take care of evasives.
Yeah, I mean, like, sometimes that's what you need, though.
Yeah, I guess 6 is
if you don't have an evasive or, yeah, you're just, I mean, if you're really just not lucky enough to have an evasive in your packs or something, or not very many, and you're facing somebody in a sealed or draft that does have a lot, this is a good option to, like, help take care of their characters that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily be able to handle. Because that was, like, Pascal in the last set, that was a big problem.
Yeah, definitely a big problem.
I mean, yes, they quested. Yeah, I'm just saying.
How many evasives do we have in this set? Let's see. Quite a few. 27. There's a couple
Hmm.
that are commons.
Interesting.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I guess this is pretty decent. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
We'll agree on a 6 there. It's a potentially playable action.
I'm just saying. That's just my
item. Exert this and exert one of your characters, ready chosen character that can't quest for the rest of your turn. So like, 1-for-1 on your characters.
Yeah. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, people are gonna also. I mean, they're not gonna do it necessarily on purpose. They might, but people are also gonna try and say that like you can exert one of your characters the turn that they come out for this because it's the item like exerting your character. That's not true. That's not true. You
Because you can't exert an item the same time
No, you can.
during their playing.
You can exert the item the first turn it's played.
Oh, that's right.
So
Because it's the
you
time. I'm dumb.
play this and exert it, but then the exert one of your characters is a cost. It's part of the cost. It's before the dash, so therefore you can't do it to a character that has just been played because characters that are still wet cannot exert for the cost. I don't know. I wouldn't really play this. I'll say 4.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. 4's around it is. Let's look at Olaf.
Such a cute boy.
You play this
Such a cute
character,
little
chosen
guy.
opposing character gets -1 this turn. So it's like that other one we saw.
Yeah.
Was it not this guy? Rhino? It was like Rhino that we saw earlier. But it's only this turn. Well, also 2-1.
Yeah.
2-1's fairly decent stat line, I guess. Whoops.
It's okay. It's pretty good. It's like a 6.
I'll just say a 5. I think that's what I was going with. Oops. 6, 5. And it's 5.5 for the average here. All right. A lot more cards to get through. When you play this character, you may give another chosen character resist +1 until the start of your next turn.
And this one's pretty good.
It's not bad. We'll say 6.
It's like, I was gonna say a 7.
All right, you can give it a 7.
I will.
So let's look at the next one here. Little Sister, Responsible Rabbit. 1/2. When you play this character, remove 1 damage from chosen character. So we have this card before. I think it was a Jasmine in a previous set. This is not great.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
I'm gonna go with a 3.
It's, I think, Robin Hood?
It's from Robin Hood, yeah.
Yeah. What did you say it was? A 3?
I gave it a 3. What do you give it?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
3 sounds right.
3's around. Let's look at the next one here. Dump Truck.
Dump Truck!
Let's go. 1 cost, uninkable, 0/1. When you play this character, you may deal 1 damage to chosen character. So we had something
Don't get me
similar to
wrong.
this before, right? But yeah, this is
Oh, I don't remember.
I like Dump
Probably. Why do you like Dump Truck so much? He doesn't hit for anything. He's uninkable. He only has 1 strength, and he only does 1 damage. He's no better than some of the other cards that you gave, like a 4 or 5. I just like saying Dump Truck.
Yeah, I think it's the targeted damage is what's really nice.
It's only 1. It's not even that good.
Yeah, it really depends on what kind of characters have like 1 willpower, or even just like that are 1 willpower outside of your break point, outside of like a break point, right? Bambi, here you go. When you play this character, gain 1 lore. It's a 3 cost 1/1/3 lore. When an opponent plays a character, you may turn this character to your hand. So you could play Dump Truck and banish the Bambi and just take out. So
I guess
it's going to be needed for removal. Removal is really, really strong. So
yeah,
I think I'm
gonna go 5.
5. All right, I'm gonna go 7. I think.
Ooh, all right, big
Dump
difference
Truck's
there.
really good,
Okay.
I think Dump Truck's pretty good, even for an uninkable. And then here's probably arguably the best one drop I think we might have here.
I wonder why.
The reprinted Captain Hook.
Yeah,
This is like a this is like a 7
I'm gonna
as
go for
well.
it. Ooh,
What are you going for?
none.
9? You're giving it a 9, a one drop? No one drop deserves a 9. We got an 8
I'm doing it
on the
compared to
combined
the other
damage.
one drops, and like, look at the cool art. We got some new art. New art. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think we already saw the lady, right?
Yeah, I think
Enchanted is
we
pretty
are. We
cool.
just getting into the enchanteds and promos.
The Sword of Shen Yu is an enchanted too? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you not know that?
I didn't know that.
Welcome to the world of Lorcana,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm going to pull like 4 of those. That stinks. All right.
Oh, I don't mind it.
Next up, we're getting into our 2 drops here.
All right, let
Trying to go a
me.
little bit quicker.
Okay, I'm trying here. Okay, so 2 drops. Number 1,
When
Huey.
this character quests, you may pay 1 less for the next character you play this turn.
I like it.
It's not bad. It's basically like ramp.
Yeah, I like 6.
Yeah, 6 sounds good.
All right.
6 is all around. This next card, Ludwig von Drake, all around expert.
Mm-hmm.
So this one I think is pretty nice. When you play this character, chosen opponent reveals his hand and discards a non-character card of your choice. And when this character is banished, you may put this card into your inkwell face down and exerted. So it is basically bare
Yeah, that's
necessities.
nice.
You bare necessities them. You get a card. You get a lore because you're gonna quest with them, and then you get the ink ramp from it. So
Uh-oh.
Mustard's
Oh,
fine.
he got it.
All right, this one
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I think that this one's like an 8.5 probably.
8.5. Yeah, that's pretty nice. It also gets taken out by dump truck.
It does get taken out, but it goes to your inkwell.
It goes to your inkwell though. It's pretty nice.
Yep, and it removes a non-character. So the non-character card is not going to be as great because people should be playing mostly characters in this. I did realize, but there's probably a few bangers that you definitely don't want in their hand.
I mean, yeah, even if they like
and the ink
just
the
put
ramp
some
is not
stuff in
bad.
there for being able to ink, like, oh well, this could potentially work. I'm just gonna put it in there because it's also inkable or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take away you're taking away their cards, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know.
It ramps itself. So
Yeah.
All right. And feel free to let us know in the chat what your thoughts are. We'll take some of that into consideration as well. I know we're going pretty quick here, so we got
a lot of cards to go through. 204, in fact.
0-4 bodyguard. How about we'll give it
This is so cute. I love this card though. It's really cute. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Oh, I'll give it. I gave it a 0.4 because it was a 0-4 bodyguard. No, I'll give it a 3. It's not great.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean,
really
I don't mind the 4 strength or willpower.
Yeah, I don't think you really want. You don't have much that you're protecting, right?
No, it's just really cute.
It is kind of cute.
Puppies.
Perdita, while you have a puppy character
Speaking
play,
of puppies,
this character gets +1. So it's like, I don't know. I don't.
The 1/4 isn't terrible.
But you can get a 1/4 on the 1-cost body.
You're right.
Or you can get 1/4 like the next card that comes up. You're not gonna have the puppy really, and if you do, you have that 1-drop puppy. That 1-drop puppy we saw is enabled by another puppy, which this is not because Perdita is full-grown doggy.
Yeah.
So
I went 4.
I think this is a 3.
3, okay.
All right. See, now we have something like Antonio's Jaguar, which is also a 1/4 stat line for 2. When you play this character, if you have a character named Antonio Madrigal in play, gain 1 lore. So I mean,
Question is, I don't remember. Is there a new Antonio? There must be.
I don't know, but yeah, they are. There's one. It's the 4-cost. So like, it's weird. You don't really need to be gaining the lore, but it's just I don't know. The ability is just as worthless as Perdita's, in my opinion. I think it's a 3.
Okay. Sounds right.
Puppy.
Puppy.
We'll give it a 3.5.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Hold on. Yep.
Four and a half.
What did you say?
I gave it a 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
All right. First action card of 2 costs here. We got
Mm.
draw a card. That's a
Gonna
great way
get
to
some
start the text.
Yeah.
I like that. Chosen character viewers gets +5 strength this turn. At the end of your turn, banish them. Wow.
I mean, great to play on any of your 1-drops that you don't care about.
That are about to be
Die anyway, or be banished anyway, or
yeah. You are limited.
whatever.
Yeah, you are limited in that you probably can't play. You don't want to play this unless you have the trade lined up, right? Like the like you with a crab. A crab, you
Yeah.
have the luxury of being able to just like play it on a random turn and just say, whatever. Or like one of the other, whatchamacallit, the other like 1 cost or 2 cost cantrips that say like chosen character gets bodyguard, right? Like that's not too bad. Because you can use
I'm
it.
gonna
This one you
go
can't.
with a solid 7 on this one.
7? Why? Because it draws a card?
Draws a card. I think it's pretty good for trading like characters you don't care about, obviously, that don't really do anything, any vanilla character. And it's inkable.
Yeah. It is pretty nice. Oops, I didn't clear it from the last time. You said a 7?
Yep.
All right, I'll give it a solid 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess a 6 is probably fine. It's an action. I
All
really
right.
don't like that it's an action. Next up, we
Well,
got another action song. We got chosen character gets -4 strength until the start of your next turn. So
I like
another
it.
way of like setting up favorable trades or protecting yourself against like retaliation. But it doesn't draw a card. This is kind of a rough play. I mean, think about like even if you're gonna say like, oh, you can sing it with a 2-drop, but like, where are you in the board state that you have a 2-drop and you have stuff that you're like questing with
Later in the game.
and you need like,
I don't know.
yeah, a bodyguard is just infinitely better. So by that regards, chosen character gets -4 strength until the start of your next turn. If you play Gym Deer instead at 2, the 0/4 bodyguard essentially has the same effect, right? And if their character doesn't have 4 strength, then you're getting less value out of this too, right? If their biggest character is like a 2/3 or something. I don't know. I have this at like
I went with a 6.
2.5.
Ooh, boy. That's a bad score. We're off on
Okay.
that. Okay, next.
The Nephew's Piggy Bank is an item. If you have a character named Donald Duck in play, you may pay 1 less to play this item. Exert, chosen character gets -1 until the start of your next turn. So it's like a more expensive, whatchamacallit.
Ice block?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a nice mug you got there.
It's my new Rules of Villainy mug.
Pretty dope. I'm going to give this a solid 5.
No. I'm probably sticking at this at a 2 and 2.5 as well.
Actually, yeah, that's a little too high. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go with a 3.
3.
What'd you say?
I said
2.5.
So we're at a 2.
Yeah, I forgot that it's unequal, and I don't really like items in my decks anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Bambi, 3/2 for a 2. This is
I like it.
decent. 5.
Ooh, I was gonna give it a 7. I'm still gonna give it a 7.
Okay. It's not impactful, but it's not bad stats, so
yeah,
that's fair. Next card, Jiminy Cricket, 1/1 evasive. While this character is exerted, opposing characters with rush enter play exerted.
I don't know why you would want that.
Why you would or wouldn't?
Why you would? Because then you can't
while
rush, right?
While this character exerted, opposing characters with rush.
Oh, I can't read.
enter play exerted. Yeah, so
I can't read.
This I think is like
that's good.
This is like a 7.
I was reading it the wrong way.
I'll give it a 7.6.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna just give it an 8.
8.
7.6.
7.8 is the total.
When you wish upon a star.
Is that what he's singing?
No, I don't know what he's doing.
You said when you wish upon a star.
I was just saying that because it's from the movie.
Oh, okay.
Next.
Nero, the alligator. This is one of Medusa's
Yeah, one of her
Crocs.
Crocs.
Yeah. I have
I like
Crocs
this.
too.
I do have some Crocs. They have peanuts on them. I'm gonna give this a 7. I like it. Tap to move damage. I'm here for it. It's got a pretty decent
From
body.
this character, though. So it has to get damage, survive, and then it can move damage from itself. I mean,
4.
I'm giving this a 3.
I can't read today. It's fine.
Yeah, reading the card explains.
Reading's
the card.
hard. Shush.
All right. Next up, what do we got?
Mother Gothel knows what's best. When you play this character, you may deal 2 damage to another chosen character of yours to give that character challenger +1. And when this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand this turn. Yeah. That was a mouthful. That was a lot.
It is. I mean, so this has to be something that can survive taking 2 damage.
Yes.
And
then you'd ideally want to challenge with it because you're giving them challenger +1. Yep. And then I mean, you do want them to be banished because then it just goes back to your hand. So that's not terrible. It's like, I don't know. You're just recycling your cards, which, I mean, in a world of not getting a lot of card draw, it's not the worst thing in the world, you know?
Yeah, I would agree. I'll give it a 4.7.
Ooh, I was going to give it a 5. 4.7? You're making this all complicated. 4.7. What did I say, 5?
You said 5.
Okay.
Yep. 4.8 is the average there. Then we've got next up the Blue Fairy or the Blurple Fairy. Evasive 2/2 with support.
Also like it. I like it. Yeah. I like it a lot.
I mean, I'm on board. There's no color restrictions in sealed. 8? Wow, okay. I'm giving it a 7, I think.
And evasive support is really useful. I mean, she doesn't add a lot of strength to another character, but just the fact that she's evasive and can do that every turn is kind of cracked and sealed in draft. I'm just saying.
Nice. I mean, evasives are really, really strong.
Yeah, they are.
All right.
And support can be kind of strong, too. Anyway, I give it an 8.
Next. I give it a 7.
7. Great.
Scarab, 2 cost uninkable, exert, pay 2, return an illusion character card from your discard to your hand.
That's expensive.
Yeah, it's like a 1. 1 in my opinion. If there's a really good illusion later, maybe I'll eat my words, but
yeah, I'm gonna go with that too because I mean, I don't like items and it's uninkable and it's expensive to get that card back.
1 it is. Next up, we got Ice Spikes. When you play this item, exert chosen opposing character. And then you can exert and pay 1, exert chosen opposing item. It can't ready at the start of its next turn.
I like it. I say that with just saying that I don't like items in my decks. Yeah. But this is pretty nice. It's like a little Elsa.
I mean, it's like the Pinocchio from earlier, the 2-cost unequal Pinocchio exerts character. That second ability is pretty worthless. I don't think we'll find an item that is going to become super helpful. I'm
going to give it a 4.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4 as well. It's strong enough-ish for an item. You have to basically count it like an action. It's basically like an action that just says pay 2, exert chosen character. All right. Next up, Tipo.
Tipo, a new Tipo.
This is so much fun, Chaka. I want to go higher. 2/2 evasive for 1.
Junior Chipmunk.
I mean, it's like slightly worse than that support one we had, right?
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 5.
5? I'm going to give it a 6 just because it's evasive.
Oh, okay. I guess I won't take mine back.
Next
All
up,
right.
we got Dormouse. This is also from Alice in Wonderland, right?
Yep.
Easily agitated.
Mm-hmm.
I I feel you, Dormouse. When you play this character, you may put 1 damage counter on chosen character.
Hmm.
I mean,
Meh.
it's the same as dump truck, right?
Yeah.
But it gets around resist. It costs 1 more. It's a 1/2. I mean, it's not
Monacle.
terrible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
I don't.
6,
I agree. Man, I was gonna go with. I went with 5.
5. All right,
Yeah. Now I'm being the critical one.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Next up, we
Very
got
rude indeed.
Hiro Hamada. Ready chosen Floodborne character.
I don't remember how many Floodborne characters are in this. It's also a tap
Floodborne.
2 ability, and
There's
it only has a. Oh,
21.
that's a lot.
No, some of them are enchanted, so there's actually only
Oh, so
like
there's less.
3, 4, 5. So there's only
Mm-hmm.
actually like 16, 15 maybe, 15 Floodborns. They're all expensive. It depends on how incredibly valuable it could be to just ready one of them. This will just, just take its place. What was that other thing we had that just takes its place?
What do you mean?
The item, the item that was enchanted, the sword that allows any character to just take another character's
Oh,
place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Although this allows them to quest again
and use
too.
sword. What?
So,
Yes, that's true.
I mean, like there might be some value in this if you don't have too many other 2 drops. I'm gonna give it a 5.
4.
4. Okay. 4.5. Next up, we got Undermine. Chosen opponent chooses and discards a card. Chosen character gets +2 this turn.
I kind of like that.
Sudden chill and the
Mm-hmm.
boost of
And a
strength.
challenge.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with a solid 6.
I'm gonna go with a 4.5.
Okay.
I think it's just
Not
like
bad.
it doesn't gain as much advantage. You end up top decking pretty quickly in limited, and so later this just becomes the second part, which
Yeah.
we've seen more efficient ways to do that yet. Chem purse. First off, this is pretty awesome.
I
It's got a
know.
purse
I
with a
really like
screen
it.
that shoots out gumballs.
Yeah, it's from
Yeah.
Big Hero 6.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Cute, but also potentially devastating. Perfect.
Here's the best part. Whenever you play a character, if you shift to play them, they get +4 strength this turn.
Don't know how often you're shifting. That's the problem. So I'm gonna go with a 2.
Yeah, that's what I had as well, too. 2 is it. 2's all
Yeah.
around. More items here. Let's get this out
Oh
of the way, I
boy.
guess.
Ready.
Ooh, is that jewel color? Is that Marie?
Marie.
Yeah, Marie from Aristocats.
It's either Marie or it's Duchess.
Or
I think it's
Duchess.
Duchess because she looks more grown up.
All right, okay. So
Acacia created many wondrous things, but none as beautiful as this.
whenever one of your characters is challenged, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. Okay.
You could mill yourself. I mean, you're not like
Yeah.
going through a lot of cards, but I
You
mean,
may though.
if
You
that
may.
just sits, yeah, I mean, you could stop, but I'm just saying.
I mean,
It's kind of interesting if you just need to ramp to get like
yeah,
one of the big cards out
it's an
that you
alternative
have
way
or
to
something.
ink, right? It's an
Mhm.
alternative way to
Yeah.
ink each turn or any turns, especially if you're working up to. I mean, there's some big bombs in this set. 7 or more. There's like 20 plus cards, 40 plus at 6 or more.
A lot.
I'll give
I'm gonna
this
do.
a 4.7.
Okay. I was just gonna give it a 4.
Okay, 4 it is. All right, next up, still on the 2 drops, evasive 3/1 Vanellope Von Schweet's Candy Lady.
Mhm.
I mean, it's evasive, right? So that's something.
Yeah.
We'll say like
I'm gonna give it a 5 just because she's nice. Because ideally they won't be able to banish you, but when the time comes, she does hit for enough to take out quite a few things. So 5.
well, you know what would absolutely crush Vanellope
Dump
Spunky
truck.
Speedster? A dump truck.
Dump truck.
That's right, dump truck.
That's right.
So
What did you say? What was
I
your
gave it a
score?
5.5.
All right.
5 averages out to 5 1/3. Next up, we've got Lumiere, nimble
Ooh.
Canadian candelabra. Sorry,
Candelabra.
I can't
Canadian
read.
what? You
He's
can't read
French. He's
now.
French Canadian, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe he moved to
Sacre bleu.
Canada. Quick step. While you have an item card in your discard, this character gains evasive. Yeah, I mean, like 2.
Yeah, it's not great. 2 sounds good.
Perfect. 2s all around. Next up, we got Thumper.
Thumper.
Chosen character gets +3 this turn.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
I don't like that it has 0 strength, but it is what it is, right?
It's like a
I'm gonna say
one-time
4.
use, probably.
Yeah.
4. Yeah, 4 sounds fine. I mean, this might be useful in some instances to help like clear something out, but
Yeah.
it takes a lot to set up, in my opinion. Like you have to
Mm-hmm.
play it, has to survive, which is not too hard, but like you then exert it, it's definitely not going to survive, and you have to have something else to buff it up.
That's true.
To buff up and like swing in. All right. So next up we got Tinkerbell. Ooh, it's a legendary though, so you're not gonna see this, but it's a 1/1 evasive. When you play a character with 5 strength or more, you may exert them to gain 2 lore.
That's not my favorite. And dump truck. She gets dump trucked.
She does get dump
Instead
trucked.
of getting Medusa'd, now it's you get dump trucked.
So there are only 9 cards with 5 strength or more in this set.
Yikes.
And they ain't cheap.
And it's not even like, oh, you can use some of those other abilities like give like Thumper top to give +3.
It's when you play them.
It's when you play them, so there's no other alternate option other than like having a character that's 5 strength or more. I know this is a solid 2.
Yeah, I think it's a 2 as well. I think this is not great. 2s all around. You might
It's
want to take it though because it's cute and because
Yeah.
you might need it for your deck. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, this could potentially see something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You think about maybe like a ramp deck or something outside of limited where you can play this and then immediately play a bunch of characters with 5 strength or more.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Le Fou.
LeFou.
Banish one of your items. Chosen opponent loses 1 lore and you gain 1 lore. Yeah,
Not my
1.
favorite.
I give it a 1. You don't want
Oh, a
to play
1.
this.
Okay.
This is a 1 cost stats.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it a 2 just to be a little different. What I'm realizing about the art though is it looks like he's eating some type of a version of the Sleeping Beauty cake because it's pink and blue.
Pink and blue, huh?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, you can go to the next one.
Le Fou, sometimes you really take the cake. That's what Gaston says. The Coachman. While 2 or more characters of yours are exerted, this character gets +2 and gains evasive.
This is pretty nice. I know it doesn't seem great because of it being like 1 cost stats, but like if you had this later in the game with a couple of other people on board.
Yeah, but they have to be exerted, which means your opponent can always take out the exerted ones, and then this person loses evasive and the...
That is true. I'm gonna go with a 4.
2.
2. Okay.
With a 3 average.
Man, are we still going through 2 drops, huh?
Yeah, we got a lot here. 2 cost, 2/2, quest for 2. That's
Vanilla. Sand in the forest?
That's a 2.
Oh, you think it's a 2?
No, it's a 4. Sorry, I have it at 4.
Oh, sheesh. I was gonna say that's a 5.
5? All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 5.
All right. Move on to the next one here. Go-Go Tamago. When you play a Floodborne character on this card, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. We know there's
There's only just the 1. It's so conditional.
Yep.
And it's not great. You have plenty of 1-drops with this stat line, like you were saying.
Yep.
This ink offers so many possibilities.
I give it a 1.
Ooh. I'm gonna do a 2.
Yeah, if you get that big go-go, it gets a little better. But good luck
Yeah,
seeing them both.
true.
Adelaide
Adelaide.
Bonfamille. It's just a puppy. We already scored the puppy. Whatever the puppy score was.
I don't remember.
That's fine. We'll just move on.
Oh, you're not gonna give it a score.
I don't remember. It's the same as the puppy. It's the same
Okay,
character.
same as puppy.
It's arguably worse than puppy. But next up, we got Bernard. When you play this character, if you have an ally character in play, you may draw a card. So, how many one-cost
Probably a
allies
lot.
are there? There are 5 one-cost allies, one of which is ya boy, Dump Truck,
Dump truck.
and also Palace Guard, which I think was a pretty good one-drop, and Rhino, which was not terrible. So,
I'm gonna go with a 7.
yeah, 7 sounds good. 7s all around. Lucky 7s. Bernard's pretty good because you can play it
Yeah.
later too, and there just becomes even more allies. There's
Mhm.
71 allies in the set, so
Sheesh, lots of them. It's an ally set.
Rockfort.
Rockfort.
Whenever this character quests, you may put chosen item into its player's inkwell face down and exerted. It's a hideaway on a body on quest.
3.
Yeah, you're not seeing that much. 3 sounds good.
All right.
Pouncing Practice. Chosen character gets -2 this turn. Chosen character of yours gains evasive. So that other one
Not
gained evasive for
terrible.
just 2. Wasn't that other one just
2.
give evasive? Or was it a 1 cost?
I don't remember actually.
Might have been a 1 cost that just gives evasive,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't draw or anything like that. This -2 and evasive,
-2 this turn. I think the other thing was.
and it's all this turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I give this a 2.
3.
All right, 2.5 is the average there.
Okay.
Atlantean Crystal. It's an item. Exert. Pay 2. Chosen character gains resist +2 and support until the start of your next turn.
I mean, it's not bad.
Air horn for dump truck.
Pinned you again.
Yeah. Atlantean Crystal's not my favorite. Like it's like a worse like mouse armor, right? I mean, I guess it costs different, but like paying 2 every time is kind of
Thinkable.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 4. The abilities are
4
kind of
sounds-
nice, but I wouldn't. Actually, I'm gonna do a 3 because again, I'm not putting this in my deck
Yeah.
voluntarily.
3
What did you
sounds
say?
good. 3 sounds good.
Okay. 3
Next
all
up, we
around.
got Prince Ahmed.
Aquaman.
Prince Ahmed. When you play this character, you may exert chosen princess character. What are we looking at as far
I
as
don't remember.
princesses?
I feel like not enough.
11.
Not enough.
Yeah.
2.
This is not great. 2. I'm gonna give it a 1. I give it a
Okay.
1.5 combined score there. Next
So
up, we
many
got
2
New
drops.
Turtle Boy.
New turtle boy, let's go.
While this character is exerted, he gains resist +1, so it's a 0/5. This is Aladdin's Castle reveal. Oh, Prince Ahmed was Aladdin's Castle reveal.
Yeah, it was Prince Ahmed that was Aladdin's castle's reveal. That was such a cool reveal, especially at the end where he did the same walk away as in the scene where after Raja bit his pants off.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
Toby the Turtle Boy. I
Ugh.
mean, it's better than the.
It's a cute turtle boy, but it's definitely not as good as the original turtle boy. I'm gonna give it a solid 4.
4 sounds.
Anything
fine.
with resist is nice. You said same thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
4 sounds good.
All right.
Next up, we got Nathaniel Flint.
What is this from?
You can't play this character unless an opposing character was damaged this turn. It's 2 cost 3/3. It's like worse me. I don't really like it. I mean, I guess maybe you try and play it in your deck because it's inkable, and if you can get it out there, it's like really good. But Uh,
3.
you're giving it a 3. I was gonna give it like a 4.8.
Okay.
All right. And then the last one we got here is Quick Shot. Deal 1 damage to chosen character. Draw a card.
I want to give this a 10 because it gives you a
8.
card and it's like a dump truck. I'm
It's-
just kidding. I'm not actually giving it a 10, but it's probably like an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it 7.6.
All right. So now we're on to 3 drops.
Yeah, we just got the Enchanted Mother Gothel. One more than the
So
regular
pretty.
Mother Gothel. So pretty. 3 drops. We got a lot to go here. We got Louis. While this character is being challenged, the challenging character gets -1 strength. So it's basically... Did you pin air horn for dump truck?
Yeah.
Again? Are you gonna pin it
Oh,
every
you did that
time?
earlier? I didn't notice. How do I undo it?
You click it again. It goes away, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So basically it's like a 2/4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna get -1. And
Yeah.
you challenged it. 3 cost 2, 3.
Cost for 2 is pretty nice. I'm gonna go with a solid 5.
Yeah, 5 sounds fine. Let's do the 5. That's all right.
Okay.
Lady, family dog. When you play this character, you may play a character with cost 2 or less for free. This is
9.
Yeah. What did that 2 drop say? Did it say you can't play the character? What did Nathaniel say? You can't play this character. So this
Yeah.
doesn't work with Lady. So you can't play it for free.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. You're losing a card from hand. You gave it a 9. I think I'm probably gonna give this like a 7.
You're losing a card from hand anytime you play anything.
You have to have like another card in hand that you want to play to like flood the board, and like a less than 2 drop is not too impactful. Or less than 2 cost. I don't know. I think you really want to be trying to get 2 bigger, better characters as fast as possible in
What'd you say it was?
limited formats.
Your
I
score?
gave it a 7. You gave it a 9. So
I did give it a 9.
it comes out to an 8 average here. Let's look at Pua.
Oh, he's so cute.
2/2 bodyguard. Whenever this character is banished, you may draw a card.
Good card. It would. I mean, like it just
Yeah.
refills itself.
So it's basically
It's
like
so cute,
like,
and you have to challenge it.
It's like Maleficent, right? Maleficent
Yeah.
3 drop. So I like it.
I'm gonna do it at 8.
I will give it an 8 as well. I think that sounds fair.
He's so cute.
He is very cute. Gets a little extra points for being cute. Protective
Yeah,
pig.
he does.
King Candy. The mayor's favorite new card type, Racer. Well, it's not
No,
new.
it's
not new,
the
but-
dogs.
Oh yeah, he likes Jacques, but mayor's
He's gonna play a Jacques deck.
he wants to play Racers. We'll have to see if it's any good.
Yeah.
When this character
I don't
is
know how many
banished,
racers.
you may return another Racer character card from your discard to your hand. So like, the stats are bad. You'd have to have another. You'd have to have a good portion of Racers and like expect them to be in your discard, or some way to like put big Racers in your discard. Like this could definitely be better outside of limited, but I think in limited this is like a 3.
3, huh? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do a 4.
All right. Next up, Bolt.
Ooh.
Down but not out. 0/4 quest for 4. This character enters play exerted. Yikes. But let's say you have that characters with rush enter play exerted. The Pinocchio, I think it was. Oh, not Geppetto. The
Yeah. No.
Jiminy-
It was Jiminy Cricket.
yes, excuse me, Jiminy Cricket. Yep. So something like that could help protect this bolt pretty good.
Or I mean, with a Pua. Got to take out the Pua
The
first.
bodyguard. Yeah, really, I think like the bolt is definitely worth putting in your deck because like you just gotta, you
Just
see it
quest for so
opening and you
much.
just gotta play it and hope that they can't Hope they can't
Mm-hmm.
get to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a solid 8.
8 sounds good.
And it's cute.
He is cute. Clawhauser.
Clawhauser.
Bodyguard 1/4, Singer 4.
Quest for 2 though.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite. I'm gonna give it like a 4.
2 costs got you a 0/4 Bodyguard.
Yeah.
The Singer 4 just doesn't really help too much.
I don't think so. Not in Seal and stuff. I don't usually have a lot of songs.
Yeah, 4 sounds good. All right. 4 all around. Next up, we got Joey, the Blue Pigeon. Whenever this character quests, you remove 1 damage from each of your characters with Bodyguard. I don't know. This is like 5 probably for me. It's just a 3 cost 3/3, which is
I was
not
gonna give it a 4.
a terrible stat line.
You said 5, okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4.5 actually.
Oh, 4.5.
So that makes
Changing
it a
your mind on
4.3.
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Madame Medusa here, deceiving partner. When you play this character, you may deal 2 damage to another chosen character of yours to return chosen character that costs 2 or less to their player's hand. So
It's just not a lot of reward for dealing 2 damage.
I mean,
Oh, 2 cost or less?
2 costs are so it's like a befuddle. It's like
Yeah.
befuddle plus a 3. So it's a 3 cost 3/3.
I guess you're right.
For
It's not
1.
terrible for having a body attached to it, huh?
If you have these other characters in play
Yeah.
that have enough willpower for it, if you've built in something like that 0/4 bodyguard or the 1/4 vanish character, you've got characters that can eat
Yeah.
the damage,
The 2 damage, true.
and you're just forcing them. Like, it's good tempo, I think, in limited.
True.
I
went
think
with
this
6.
is not bad. I'm gonna go with a 6.9. Nice.
Oh boy, nice.
6.5 is the average there. So let's take a look at Lena Saberwing.
1/3 evasive. Deal 1 damage to chosen character. It's a tap to deal damage. Says like that. Not the
Robin Hood.
sharpshooter Robin Hood, but the other Robin Hood.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it. It's
Mhm.
not bad, especially because it's evasive. So ideally, it sticks around for a while, and it can't get dump trucked. So there's that. So I don't know. I think it's solid, like 8.
And this dump truck's dump truck, doesn't it? I think this would. Yeah, this would dump truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is pretty decent. It's basically the Tinkerbell or Surfer Mini, right? That you were paying 3 cost,
Yep.
1 3 quest for 2. You just
It
traded
doesn't
that
quest
1
for
lore
2, and
for the damage.
you
Yeah.
probably don't want to quest with it, but ideally you just like
Ping damage.
use this
yeah.
to tap something down.
Yep.
I give it an 8.
8 sounds fine with me.
Okay.
8's all around.
8's all around indeed.
So next up, we've got
Megara.
Well, you have a character named Hades in play. This character gains Challenger +2.
How many Hadeses do we have this set? I don't remember.
1, and he's a 7
Solid.
cost uninkable.
Yikes. I'm going to go with a solid 3.
So this is just
It's not a bad body for 3 cost, but it's just a 2/5, really.
Yeah. I think it's a 2.5 for me.
2.5 for you.
I don't like the low strength, high willpower.
Yeah. It's not my favorite either.
Definitely not a fan. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Yelana. Tanana's sister, Yelana.
This is from Frozen 2.
You're from Frozen 2.
All right.
When you play this character, chosen character gains Challenger +2 this turn. So
3 quests for 2, and it gives Challenger on play. It's not bad.
It's just the Jafar, right? The Jafar we had last set, but flipped. So the Jafar was a 3/2
instead of 3/2.
2/3. Yeah, I kind of like this. I think this is probably
I like
good.
it too.
I'll give it
Eight.
an. I'm gonna give it a 7. You give it an 8.
Okay.
All right, that's fine. I do like 3/2 more as a better stat line. I wish it did swing a little better itself, but we'll be okay.
True.
Po Dispel. Is this like no, Magicka's brother. Okay. Po Dispel. Interesting. 3 cost 3/4. That's actually not bad. I like it.
Yeah.
Uh
7.
you have 7. All right. 6.8.
Almost nice.
6.9 is the average. Nice.
Nice.
Next up we got Madam Mim 4/3. I
Up to no
think
good.
I think
Solid
even
card.
better stat line. So I'm gonna give this a 7.1.
8.
8. All right. Oops. 7.1. 8. We got a combined score of a 7.5. All right. Next up, the legendary. I don't know that we're gonna get any of these,
The
but
Little Prince.
Bambi
So
Little
cute.
Prince. If you get one, I think it's pretty good.
Heck yeah.
I think you play it, even though it gets dump
I
trucked.
gets down.
All right.
Solid 8.5.
I'm just gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
8.3 is our average here. Good card though. You're probably not gonna see it in limited though, unfortunately.
Not very many. You might have 1.
Flower Shy Skunk. Whenever you play another character, look at the top card of your deck. Put it either on the top or the bottom.
Not bad. You're just setting up your next turn. I kind of like it, and it's got a good body attached to it.
It's
I think it's a solid like 7.
It's better than the pigeon.
Yes.
I don't know that it's better than the Madame Medusa. 7 is probably good. 7 sounds good. 7's all around.
Okay.
Next up, we got some actions here. They never come back. Up to 2 chosen characters can't ready at the start of their next turn. Draw a card.
Yes, please.
So it replaces
7.5.
It replaces itself. That's the thing. But
And they can't ready at the start of their next. It's like a little mini Elsa, mini big Elsa.
they have to be exerted though. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, you only play it if they're exerted. I gave it a 7. I'm 7.5.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Averages out to a 7. Not bad. The next card though, I think is a little bit better.
Oh, the leather!
Draw 2 cards, or each opponent chooses and discards a card. I don't actually think the discard will be too useful in sealed.
No, you should draw 2 cards.
But yeah, draw 2 cards is just kind of bonkers. 8. I'm gonna give this an 8.2. Average of an 8.1. Pretty good card. Pretty good. All right. Next up, we've got Into the Unknown.
Into the Unknown.
Put chosen exerted character into their player's inkwell face down and exerted. Well, so still exerted.
Yep. I like it.
It just...
You can use it as like a let it go.
You can.
As long as they're exerted.
Right.
Or you can do it for yourself, for ramp, if you need to.
I mean, that's rough. You never really let it go yourself to ramp. But,
No, but like you Pleakley yourself to ramp.
Pleakley's a 3/4 though.
I'm just saying, you just sing with this.
I kind of think that like the fact that they have to be exerted makes this not as great for removal, because again, like you're staring down a Bambi that's going to quest for 3 and bring them the win.
Yeah.
In any other deck, you'd be like, oh, well, that's easy to deal with. Brawl, Storm, Strength, Smash, whatever. But now your choices are like Dump Truck.
That's true.
The lead a Saber Wing, and this just doesn't work unless they're already exerted. This works better when they've played a big bomb and they've used the big bomb and they're questing with it or something. I don't know. It's not bad. It's removal, so I'll give it a 6. Actually, I'll give it a 5.6. Not a 56, 5.6.
What did I say it was?
I
Did
don't
I
know.
score it?
I don't think you did. What'd you give it?
6. What
Okay.
did you say? You said 5.6?
5.6. So 5.8 is our average there.
Okay, next.
Still got a few to get through here. Wilmina Packard.
Wilhelmina.
3-4. It's the same as Poe to spell, right? What
Yeah,
did we
I
give
think so.
Poe?
I don't remember.
It's fine. Same as Poe.
They're numbered, not.
Okay.
Yeah, same as. Oh.
So next one, Tramp. 3 costs, 3/3. When you play this character, chosen character gains ward until the start of your next turn. So that's pretty
This
good.
stops dump truck. Turns off the dump.
It does.
Yep.
Wards just. I wish it was evasive. That's why I read it. I thought it was evasive at first. It's not evasive,
I don't
so
like that
it's
it's
not as
ward
good.
for like your characters that you don't want to
Get dump
have
trucked.
damaged. Yeah, get dump trucked.
But there's only so much removal is the big thing. Like ward's just not as valuable
True.
when you can't expect them to have more than like 3 or 4 pieces of removal.
I'm gonna
Targeted
go with
removal.
5.
I'm gonna go with 3.
3. All right.
All right. Next up, we've got Fred, Major Science Enthusiast. When you play this character, you may banish chosen item.
Meh.
You're not.
Body's nice.
Anything.
Quest for a decent amount.
Yeah.
5. No, 4. No, 5.
I like. Was it Louis? Louis is a
Yeah,
lot
I
better.
like Louis
Same
better.
cost.
He was the first one that we did.
Yeah.
And I gave it a 5, so I will do it a 4 for this one. And you also gave that one a 5.
So 4 seems good.
Okay.
4's all around. Next up, we got Lewis.
Lewis.
This is who's is Louis from
Princess and the
Frog,
Frog.
right? This is not Medusa's
Yes.
other.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, this is Louis.
Louis, 4/3. 3 cost, 4/3. I'm already liking that. This character enters play exerted. I like it less. When you play this character, chosen opposing character gains reckless during their next turn.
So ideally, you play it on somebody that you want to definitely take out.
Yeah.
For sure. And then like your Bambi, like a Bambi.
Yeah. I mean, this, well, you can't because you'd play this with Bambi,
true.
you go back to your hand. But
still,
but
something similar to that is the concept.
This is not bad because the 4/3 body is primarily used for taking something out, and you can just sort of expedite that even faster by giving it reckless and making this character exert.
I'm gonna go with a 6.
I'm gonna give it a 7.4.
Oh, man, I thought about getting it a 7.
Well, average of a 6.7. Next up, we got Don
Carnage. Another evasive Don Carnage.
3 cost, 3/2 evasive. When you play an action that isn't a song, chosen opposing character gains reckless.
Not my favorite, and it's uninkable. I don't hate it. I definitely don't love it.
Giving it 5 for
a 4.
Just because it was evasive. It's uninkable though.
I'm sticking with my 4.
I'm giving it a 4 actually. I'll go with the 4.
Oh, you're going down. You copycat.
Just only play it if
your
you
own
have
opinion.
no other evasives really. This is really the only time I'd be playing
True,
this.
True.
Archimedes. When you play this character, you may banish chosen item. Again, don't care. During your turn, whenever an item is banished, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card.
Don't like it. 2.
Yeah, it's worse than Fred. I'm going to give it a 3. Actually, give it a 2.3. All right. Next up, we got He Who Steals and Runs Away. Banish chosen item, draw a card.
So you don't have to banish the item to draw the card, but that's an expensive card to be drawing for 3.
If there is an item, you have to banish it though. So if you have only your own item or something like that.
But I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to play this in your deck just for the card draw, knowing that like not a lot of people run items and there's not very many items people are gonna slot in, it's just not worth it for 3 ink. For 3 ink, you can sing a song called Friends and, get 2 cards.
Yeah, but this is limited. There's not gonna be friends. But
I
still, this
understand.
is not card draw. This is just
3.
replacement. You give it a 3. I gave it a 2,
Mm.
2.5.
You're a little nicer than me. I was being rough on it, and you still were nicer than me. Wrong lever!
Choose one. Return chosen character to their player's hand. Put a card name. Pull the lever from your discard on the bottom of your deck to put chosen character on the bottom of their player's deck.
I want this in my deck. I want both of those cards in my deck at all times.
Yeah, I mean, if you have, you should definitely be playing pull the lever if you have it, and then wrong lever is like a mother knows best on its own. And then
And then you
if
get the
you
card
have pull
back.
the lever,
Yeah.
if you have pull the lever, it's just like not only do you get the lever back into your deck, but you also
Right.
like completely
But
bottom the other card.
I feel like this one is a little more conditional. Because I guess it's not bad because Mother Knows Best is uninkable. This is inkable.
Just can't sing it.
You can't sing it, so that's the downside. But I feel like there needs to be 2 different scores. One score for if you have a pull the lever, and one score for if you don't. Because
No.
if you have a pull the lever and you have this, 10 out of 10, put both of them in your deck.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
I mean, you need a bunch of them for it to like really be consistent enough for it to matter too
Sure,
much.
I'm just saying, but like,
I think
that's cool.
I think this card, I gave it a 7.5. I think the removal aspect of it is good enough, and because pull the lever is like a guaranteed play, that means there is like the possibility, like, you don't hurt yourself by having that card in your deck is actually better than this card.
Well, that was kind of my thought, was like, oh, sure, like they might be hard to find, but as long as you pull the lever first and you play that, just wait until you find this and be like, okay, cool, now I can get that back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not about getting the pull the lever back. It's about putting the card on the bottom. You're putting your opponent's card on the bottom of their deck, as opposed to putting it back to their hand. It makes it from tempo change to just removal, straight removal.
I gave it a 6.
I gave it a 7.5.
Okay.
I think it's really good. Walk the plank. Your pirate characters gain tap, banish chosen damaged character this turn.
I don't remember how many pirates there are.
7. 6
Ooh.
Pirates. But you know
3?
who is a pirate? Dump truck. Dump truck's a pirate.
Actually, I'm gonna give this a 2 because it's uninkable.
Ready for this? You play dump truck. It damages. You play the dump truck. It puts 1 damage on something. The next turn you play walk the plank, and your pirate characters, and then tap the dump truck to banish the damaged character that dump truck damaged. Yeah.
It's like super dump trucked. I'm still giving it a 2.
2? That's what you're giving it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a 1.
A 1. Okay. You like set that whole combo up and you're like, I'm giving it a 1.
Yeah, no, it's bad. I can't play
Yeah,
it. Gloyd Orange Boar. Okay, he's a fierce. They are a fierce competitor, right? I love that I pop back in just in time for the dump truck air horns. When you play this character, each opponent loses 1 lore and you gain 1 lore. It's like a mini Pirate's Life.
It's like a terrible body.
It is a really bad body. It's like a mini Pirate's
For 3
Life.
costs. I guess the only saving grace is I'm gonna give it a 3. It's inkable, so like that's cool.
I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it's a mini Pirate's Life. You gain 1, they lose. Like they lose 1. That's not a bad.
That is kind of true. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I give it a 4.6.
4.6.
I thought you already gave it a 3. You're just changing.
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
You changed your mind before.
No changeies, backsies. No takesies,
You
backsies.
took backsies. Anyway.
Gyro Gear Loose. Evasive 1/3. When you play this character, chosen opposing character gets -3 this turn. I like the other 1/3 better. I like Lena Saberwing a good bit better.
Don't remember what the score is, but I'm gonna give this one a 4.
I'll give it a 5 for evasive. Just because it's an evasive. Not terrible.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be rough if you have to like play this plus one of those like buffing cards to like just
Right.
take out like an actual evasive or something.
Mhm.
All right, the Dodo. That's my nickname for Brad. What? Got him. This character gets +1 strength for each 1 damage on him.
Um,
I think no.
I don't know. A 3? 2.
Yeah, I'll give him the 3, just because he's probably gonna survive long enough to take
Yeah.
out the person on the other end.
Yeah, because I
Um,
mean, it's gonna take a bit to kill him.
maybe it is better than that. Maybe it's a 4. Maybe I give it a 4.
I'm sorry, didn't you say no takesies backies?
Oh, well, moving on to the next one. Mushu, fast talking
Mushu!
dragon, 2/3. Exert chosen character gains rush this turn. I kind of like that.
I like it. I'm gonna give it a solid 6.
Yeah, I think I'll give it a 6.1.
All right.
And then next up we got Figaro.
Figaro. The
Opposing
tuxedo cat.
opposing
Sorry.
items enter play exerted.
Useless.
Pretty useless. I mean,
Not
it's
a bad
pretty.
body, though.
It's useless in like regular. It's
4.
like useless in the entire game of Lorcana. Items enter play exerted. There's like 2 items where that matters. You give it a 4. You said. I think
Yeah.
4 seems fair. 4 is fair.
Say hello,
3/3. 3/3. Body is not bad.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got Wreck-It Ralph, backseat driver. When you play this character, chosen racer character gets +4.
I know we looked it up earlier, but I don't remember how many racers there are. I don't like that he only has 2
5
willpower.
racers. There
And I
are
don't
only
like that.
5. Yeah, not great. He gets
3.
double dump trucked. Just saying.
Yeah, he does get double dump trucked.
I'll give it a 4, just because.
To be different.
4 strength's not terrible.
Sure, it's not. I'm just saying.
Mr. Scoops. Mr. Snoops.
Mr. Snoops.
During
Not
your
Scoops.
turn, when this character is banished, you may draw a card. Yep, I'm on board. Let's give this a 7.6. You gave it a 6. All right. I think like the 3 cost 3/3. Like you're looking to trade with that anyway.
Good body.
That's fine.
Yeah. And as long as he survives long enough for you to do it on your turn, cool.
Yeah, you banish. You just use him to swing in, and it's like a big Diablo.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got PJ Prince John, friendly Frady Cat. 5/5. Whenever an opponent plays a character, deal 1 damage to this character. So
We don't like that.
all of your opponent's characters become dump trucks.
Yeah. Everybody's a dump truck.
If everybody's a dump truck, then
he's a
nobody's
big
dump
body for 3. He like the closest that you get to a 5/5 on turn 3 is like a Miss Bianca on turn 4 with another ally, the Uninkable Scrooge. I mean, I can't think of a 5/5 on turn 3.
Yep, that's probably right. That's why.
And I mean, like, your only hope is that your opponent doesn't have 2 characters to play on their turn following playing this, because ideally, especially if you're going first, they will only have 4 ink after you play this, and at most can play 2 2-drop characters, or
4 1-drops.
I mean, you could, but like, what are the odds they have that many 1-drops in their hand?
No, I think
I'm just saying, like,
this is just a big body. I mean, like 5 strength is still
big body.
something.
Yeah, I think it's nothing to shy away from. I think it's a 7.
I gave it a
even
7
with
already.
its. Okay, sorry, I talked too much about it. Anyway, next.
Next up, we got Sir Pellinor. Whenever this character quests, your other characters gain support. Meh.
That's not bad. All of your other characters gain support?
Yeah, I mean, meh. You now have to have this character out there, and it has to quest, which means it can't challenge. And it doesn't get support, so it can't give its 1 strength. And then you
True.
have to quest with another character to give their support to another
That's
character to
true.
then challenge. It's just um,
I gave it a 4.
4 sounds good. No, I'm gonna give it a 2. Sorry, 2 is not good. It's a 1-4. Um, all right. Next up, we got Anita Radcliffe. When you play this character, you may give chosen puppy character resist +1.
A 4, just because I think that's what I've been giving all of the generic 3/3s that their abilities don't do anything.
Sounds good. 4 it is. Anna.
Anna.
When you play this character, if you have a character named Elsa in play, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted.
Well, there was no Elsa that was a 1 or 2 drop.
There are one Elsa, and it's a 4 drop.
Yeah, that's rough. This is a 3.
Yeah, this is not good. This is like a 2. This is a 1.
Okay, a
in my
1.
opinion. Yeah, you said it's a 3. All right, it's a 2 on average here. I mean, it's a 3 cost 2/2 quest for 2. It's not great. I don't like it.
Yeah, not my favorite.
Next up, Mrs. Potts.
Mrs. Potts.
Tap, banish one of your items, draw a card.
4.
This is a 1 in my opinion, because not only is it not good, but it is also one of those things that, like, you look at it and you go, okay, I've got 2 or 3 Mrs. Potts. What if I throw a bunch of my lower items, cheaper
it's a
items
trap.
in?
This is one of those trap cards.
Now I have Hiram, like I've got this mini Hiram engine, and no, all of those cards are worthless. All they are is going to help you draw into more worthless items. You don't want it.
It is a trap card.
So I gave it a 1. You gave it a 4. 2.5 is our average. Next up, Stitch. Go ahead and give that an 11.
10 out of 10. Next.
I gave it an 11 out of 10. Actually, I gave it a 626 out of 10. When you play this character, each opponent puts the top card of their deck into their inkwell face down and exerted. At the start of your turn, if this card is in your discard, you may choose and discard a card with Inkable to play this character for free, and he enters play exerted. Okay.
I'm giving it a 9. This is cool.
I actually don't think it's that great of a card.
You don't?
No, because I don't like ramping. I wouldn't play it on curve, and I have no way to get into my discard, and
I think it's
have
cool.
to discard a card that I probably don't have in my hand.
It goes in your discard when he dies after you play him once.
Which ramped my opponent, and then I top deck something bad that I put in my deck because I didn't watch Deck Test Tuesday, and I put bad stuff in my deck, and then I throw it away to get this Stitch back, which then ramps them again, and then...
Okay, I'm going to go with a 6.
All right, I think this is like a 4, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, your good news is you're probably not going to get very many of them to choose from, so...
Yes. All right.
Being a legendary. Next.
Television set. Pay 1, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a puppy character card, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. Otherwise, put it on the bottom of your deck. 1. 1s it is. Next card. Belle's favorite book. Banish one of your other items. Put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. 1. Yes. Thank you. All right. Next up.
Next.
Bobby, the purple pigeon, 4/2 bodyguard. You come at me, you get the beak. Capiche?
6.
I didn't know that's how you spelled capiche.
Capiche. Yes.
6?
Yes. You just are using this to kill whatever, or to banish whatever they have and protect something.
6 is probably pretty good.
For some reason.
That's probably pretty accurate. All right.
Okay.
Next up, Magic Carpet. 3 cost, 2/4 vanish. Quest for 2. Your other illusion characters gain Challenger +1.
The problem is there's just not that many of them.
Yeah, let's see. Illusion characters. There are 4 in this set, including the carpet. A 1 cost, a 5 cost, and a 6 cost. And just 3 cost, 2/4 with quest for 2 is just, I don't know.
4.
4 sounds good. Let's do 4. Next up, we got General Lee.
There are a lot of 3-drops.
And we got just a few more here. 2-4
So it's
was just
basically a
one.
3-4.
So it's basically a 2-5.
2 or 2-5, sorry.
I still think this is like a 4.
5. I don't want to put it on the same level as the last one. It's got at least one more strength. And it can't get dump trucked after a couple of turns.
Can't get quad dump trucked, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I can. I'm going to go with a 5. You said a 4 still?
Yeah. Genie. Satisfied Dragon. During your turn, this character gains evasive. 3 cost 3/4. Evasive on your turn.
I think you should take this for sure. Just for the evasive factor.
Stats are good,
it may just be on your turn, but this is your answer to your opponents having evasives. 7.
Yeah, I gave it a 7 as well.
46.
Next up is Zipper. Zippity zip zip. Best mates. If you have a character named Monterey Jack in play, you may pay 1 less to play this character. During
there
your
was
turn,
no Monterey
this character
Jacks.
gains evasive. Let's see.
I mean,
Monterey.
there at least were no Monterey Jacks that were a 1-drop or a 2-drop, so you're not playing this
Use a 5
on curve.
Yeah, you're
for
not
that ability.
This. Yep. And evasive on your turn 2/4. It's just like not as good as 3/4. So like
yeah,
why?
I'm gonna go with a 4.
I say 3.
3, okay.
3.5 it is. Next up, we got the last of the pigeons, Vinny the Green
Vinny.
Pigeon. During an opponent's turn, whenever one of your other characters is banished, gain 1 lore.
That's not bad, because it's any time.
Yeah.
Could be recurring. You just don't turn them sideways.
Yep. This is pretty good. This is pretty decent.
I think it's an 8.
I think this is like a 7.8. So 7.9 on the combined score. Last 2 here on the 3 drops.
Oh my goodness, are we ever gonna finish this? Holy moly, if you have no cards in your hand, draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. Otherwise, choose and discard any number of cards and draw that many cards. Desperate plan. I don't really know how I feel about this.
I kind of like this because, like, if I really don't want to play the game anymore, I can just mill myself instantly. I can just choose to draw all of my cards in my deck.
That is true. Why would you want to do that, though?
At the same time, though, like, what if there was, like, one card that you knew if you drew this, you just win the game? You could say, all right, I'm going to draw.
That's very true. How many of those are so conditional in this, though? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just like what gain 1 lore, right? Like how many times you just like I need a goat, honey mare, and whatever.
Lore. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 6. No, I'm gonna go with a 5 just because I literally don't know what it would look like doing.
I'm gonna go with a 6.9 just for the memes.
Nice.
Because it's funny. This card's kind of funny.
Hamster ball.
Chosen character with no damage gains resist +2 until the start of your next turn.
I don't hate it.
I don't love it.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm gonna give it a 4, 3, 3.5.
I would give it a regular 3.
No, 3, yeah. I am also gonna give it a regular 3, actually.
Oh, okay.
Deal with
3s all around.
And that was the last 3-drop?
Yep, we just got some enchanteds.
There was exactly 53 drops. Not 53, but 50.
Yeah. We've got a couple of enchanteds here. Pretty nice.
Pretty nice. I love it all.
Isn't enchanted. Love it.
Yeah.
Why do we even have that lever? Yeah, the Stitch is such a good enchanted as well. All right. 4 drops.
We gotta speed through this. Only have 30 minutes left.
There's fewer and fewer as it gets.
We're gonna go late.
Larger,
that's okay.
I think. Yeah, it'll go a little late. That's okay.
Yeah.
First up, we got Dewey to complete the Huey, Dewey, Louie 4 cost 4/4. Quest for 1.
It's a solid card. It's a solid 5.
All right, I gave it a 6. I kind of like these cards. I think these cards are just like inherently a little more valuable than like a reasonably statted 2 cost or 3 cost. So
yeah, I agree.
Next up, we got Goofy, Super Peepo. We got Peepo, Groundbreaking Chef. At the end of your turn, you remove up to 1 damage from each of your other characters. Ready each character you removed damage from this way.
Pretty nice. I think it's
Uh,
like a solid 6.
I think this is probably a 5. It's like a little
Okay.
understated, maybe.
It is, I don't know. It does only have 1 strength less than the last card. And other than that, it's the same stat-wise.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Antonio Madrigal. Once during your turn, whenever one of your characters sings a song, you may search your deck for a character card with 3 or less. Reveal it to all players. Put that card into your hand and shuffle your deck.
This is just not my favorite. Half the time in a sealed or a draft, I don't remember all of the cards that I put in my deck, let alone the ability, have the ability
You
to
can
search
for
it.
You just go
And
look for it.
Well, sure, but what am I looking for?
Anything you want, but there's only
But
like 10
sure, I
songs.
understand.
There's only like 10 songs in the whole set anyway, so
Wow, really? That's it?
yeah, not many. And there's not very many
Uh,
cheap ones either.
and he's super understated.
Yep. So just not too great in my
2.
opinion. I give him a 3. It's another one that you might fall into a trap of. Be careful.
Yeah.
Don't do it. All right. Next up, we got Minnie Mouse.
This
Bodyguard,
is
0-8
crazy.
bodyguard. This character gets +1 for each 1 damage on her. So it's like the other
Out of all the
character. It's that
bodyguards,
0-6 one.
this is not bad. It's going to take a hot minute
It's like the
to get rid of it.
0-6, right? But it's actually a bodyguard this time. That other card we saw was 0-6, but it was like just a regular,
It's just a
old
regular
person.
Yeah.
The dodo.
Yeah.
The bodyguard makes it a lot nicer because they have to go through it. They can't just ignore it. I think this is pretty good.
I think it's pretty good too. I think it's a 7.
7? Yeah, I give this an 8. Excuse me.
And this is the buy a box promo.
Oh yeah, nice. So means this card costs only $145 MSRP.
MSRP at your local card store.
All right, so we've got Tiana Nana. Singer
Tiana?
6. Whenever you play a song, each opposing character gets -1 until the start of your next turn.
It's not my favorite, honestly.
2.
Not for Seal. This just...
You're not singing songs, so...
Not a lot. And how many
There's
of them
only
are
like
even 6
6
cost?
of them
I
or
don't know.
something. I said there's only like 10 of them or whatever.
I'm going to give this a 3.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to give it a 2. The body's not even good for a 4 cost uninkable.
All right, 2s all around then. Moving on. Ka.
The first Ka.
This is a good card. I like the eyes.
The eyes are super cool. And honestly, the art, because you can see the cool
Jafar snake in the background.
Jafar's palace in the background.
4 cost 3/3 quest for 2. Whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character gets -2 and gains reckless until the start of your next turn. It's pretty good. Kind of like this.
Me too.
Kind of like this a lot. I think I'm going to give this a 7.9.
Couldn't even just give it a solid 8, huh?
Nope. What are you going to give it?
8.
All right. Fair enough. Averages out to an 8. Anyway. Next up, we got one of them puppies. When you play this character, you may put a character card from your discard into your inkwell, face down, and exerted.
This is not bad. I don't like the stats on it. I mean, the support honestly doesn't even matter because it's not very well statted. This you could pay like a 2 cost for, but the ramp of it just being from your discard is kind of nice. You're not even sacrificing a card off the top of your deck. It's like a one-time Great Stone Dragon.
Yeah. I mean, you have to look at things from like their least possible value. So you will be sort of stuck with this until you have a character in your discard. Like if you don't have a character in your discard, this is probably just better off as ink. Yeah, you really don't want to play it. But if you do have a character in your discard, you essentially play this. It ramps you 1. It almost they're not going to remove this. It's not good enough and worth it for them to remove.
Right.
You've already gotten the best effect off of it. But then you're basically guaranteed that one additional lure and +2 attack or 2 strength for something next
If you need
turn
it.
at like a minimum, right? So I do think this is pretty nice. Ramping
I think
on
it's
4 isn't the best, but I'm going to say this is a 6.8.
Oh, I was gonna just give it a 6.
6, okay. I think this is pretty decent.
Yeah, I
Don't
agree.
fall into the trap of it being a puppy, though. It's
No,
a good
yeah,
card because it's a good card. If this said when you play this character and you
agreed.
put a puppy character card from your discard,
That's different.
one.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got Rhino. Let's go.
Power hamster.
Shift 2. 4 cost, 4/3, shift 2. Quest for 2. While this character has no damage, he gains resist +2.
Honestly, well, do not fall into the trap of it being a shift and like trying to get that combo off because on its own, I think this card's a pretty good card.
Yeah. The other thing though is that the Rhino is a 1 cost 1/2. That when you play this, they get -1 to the start of your next turn. So that's like honestly not
Yeah.
a bad card at all to have for turn
No,
1.
I think we scored that pretty high. So
Yeah. So this is
also one that I would. I think it's like a 7.5.
I'll give it an 8. 7.5, 8. It makes a 7.8. This is a pretty good card.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next one. Action. Return chosen character with 2 strength or less to their player's hand. Return a character from your discard to your hand. So it's like a revive. I guess revive goes back into play, but it
It costs so much.
does cost a lot, and it's
It's
like
just
the
an
Muses
action.
effect. Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't want to play this over playing a character.
Yeah, definitely not. Certainly not on turn 4. But when
I'm gonna give it a 3.
you can tell this is like, yeah, 3 is probably good. I'll give it a 3 as well.
It's built for the Trinidad stack.
Well, you can also tell that like Amber has something that says return a character card from your discard to your hand for like 4 cost, and then like return chosen character with 2 strength or less to their player's hand is like a kick cloud kicker. It has that on a body
Yeah.
at 3 or something like that. So like you're basically getting like a discount on it's like a bundle. A lot of these cards, we've seen a couple of them with these Tool Links where it's like
Right.
bundle
Merging
discount.
to existing type of
You
things.
say like, oh well, to get this, I normally pay 1 less for that. But when I get this, I pay 1 less for that too. But together, I get both of them. I'm actually getting a deal, kind of thing. It's Lorcana math. All right.
Yes, we know Trinidad's best deck.
Chernadog's
No questions
best deck.
asked, right?
No notes.
Next.
Chernajok, as it is called.
Trinidad.
Droon. Ravenous Plague. Oh, this is from Sisu Rhea in the last Airbender.
Yes, that's right.
Last Dragon. 1/5 Challenger +4.
Yeah, so it's just a 5/5 if challenging. Meh.
It's not terrible.
You got that 5/5 Donald, or not Donald, that 5/5 whatever it was on turn 3. The Prince John.
PJ, yeah. I give this a
It always has 5.
I'm giving this a 5.
4.
4.
Yeah.
All right. 4.5 on the average. Next up, we got Bruno. All right, moving on to the next card, we got Cusco. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. Get it? Because we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
3/4. When you play this character, chosen opposing character can't ready at the start of their next turn. So they got to be exerted for that to have any value. 3/4.
No, they don't.
Yeah. When you play this
you're
character,
right,
chosen
'cause he can't
opposing
ready.
character can't ready.
I keep forgetting.
It's not terrible. It's not great. I'm going to give it a 5.5.
I'll give it 5.
Even 5. All right, goes to a 5.3 on the average. Moving on to Cusco, Board Royal. When you play this character, you may return chosen item, character, or location with cost 2 or less to their player's hand. So,
I feel bad.
Befuddle on a body?
It's not a great card. Stats aren't great.
Yeah.
Ability, not super great. It's okay. It's pretty mid. I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah, this is
I'm
below
gonna give
mid,
it
I
a
think.
4 because it has a good enchanted, and I want it.
This isn't enchanted? No way.
Yeah, and it's so freaking cool.
No, it isn't. This is not an enchanted.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I don't believe you.
Oh my goodness. There are 6 people watching. Someone please
No.
educate this man that this
This
card is
Cusco
the
is not an
enchanted.
enchanted. No,
Yes,
it's
it
not.
is. Holy cow, guys. I swear I'm not crazy.
No, you're actually crazy though. It's
It's
the
the
other
other
Cusco.
Cusco? I thought it was this one because it even has the
Mm.
poison.
Well, the other one has the poison
Lies.
too, actually. So
That's
the other
why
one,
I,
he's a
okay, but I
llama.
thought
It's the difference is the other one, he's a llama.
that's what it, oh, sheesh.
So here's the
Okay,
other
shut
one.
up. All right, Brad, go away. I'm just kidding. I
Cusco's
appreciate it.
poison.
I thought it was this one.
Nope.
This is the one that I was thinking of, but also I need this card. I need
Cusco's poison.
this card. I have a bag in the back. It matches. Look, see, I have witnesses. I need this enchanted. Okay,
Anyway,
next.
Cusco,
It's not great.
not great. I gave it a 2.
I get it for 4.
All right.
Now that I have been thoroughly proven wrong and look like an idiot, it's fine.
Ryder, not to be confused with Flynn. They haven't made a common enchanted yet. I agree. Yeah, I think that is true. They've made uncommons though, like Cusco's Palace.
Oh, I thought they
We
did
need a
make at
card
least
that's
one.
Cusco's poison.
I know.
Cusco's
Anyway,
poison.
evasive 3-4.
10. Wait, what? No, sorry. I'm gonna give this
I'm
like
gonna
a
give it a
7.8.
6.
This is just a good card. Like I
It
mean,
is
these
just
are good
a good
stats.
card.
Evasive is great. You need to do something. Look at that, 6.9 average. Nice.
Nice.
Next up, Elsa, Fierce Protector, 1 cost. So this 4 cost 3/4 quest for 1, pay 1, choose and discard a card, exert chosen opposing character.
I'm not discarding my cards.
Yeah.
Not in sealed, sorry.
Don't really want to discard a card.
Not voluntarily. I'm just saying, like, this isn't something I'm gonna do.
It's not.
So I'm gonna give this
bad.
a 3.
It's like continually reusable removal. So I'm gonna give it like a 4. But I think this is. I don't think you want to ever discard your cards. I think you're absolutely right.
I'm not getting rid of my cards voluntarily.
Pinocchio, 4 cost, 0/4, evasive. Quest for 2. During your turn, whenever you ready this character, you may draw a card.
So you always get double draws at the start of your turn.
Yes. Well, after you quest with him. So, turn you put him out.
Well, yes,
comes back,
but ideally, because he's evasive, he'll at least live a little bit longer. And then because you ready him at the start of your turn, you get 2 cards.
Yeah, it does give your opponent a little bit longer to respond to it. Like you play Pinocchio on 4, they now have turn 4/5, like whatever their turn is, and then they have the following turn, and then I start drawing off of it.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, like it's a good card. And if we we use that sword, the enchanted sword item from Li Shang's sword or whatever, you ready him and get some extra cards.
Sword.
Shen Yu sword. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could potentially get a couple more. So I don't know. I like this. This is like a 7 in my mind.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, like you're not gonna find it really. It's a legendary, so like you're gonna see like
maybe
one
one
of
if you're lucky
at a table of 8 or something.
Well, ideally it's sealed. You keep whatever you get. I mean, unless you have a draft.
Right. I just meant like when you say like you'll see this many of them at a table, it means like on average there's 8 people. That's 6 packs per person.
Oh,
like,
you're just
how
thinking
many
legendaries
of them?
in general.
Well, how many of this card can you expect like to be? So we didn't do the math because I'm not good at math, but you can do like the formulas that say like there's 22 evasives, right? And based on their rarities and how many of each rarity is going to be at a table of 8 players where everyone opens 6 packs, you can basically say that statistically there should be exactly this many evasive characters in all the decks combined, right? So it helps you realize how many you need to account for and stuff. But
That makes sense.
There is somebody that does the numbers. Brad, if you remember who they are, feel free to shout them out in the chat. I don't, but there is somebody who does do those numbers, and you should find their videos and watch them if you're that serious about limited. Um, but yeah, basically, from what I remember, a lot of the numbers have been the same, right? So I've watched like 3 or 4 sets worth of these videos from this person. They run the numbers, and it's like basically like 23, 28, like around the same amount that you can expect. So it's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's look at everybody's got a weakness. Move 1 damage counter from each damaged character you have in play to chosen opposing character. Draw a card for each damage counter moved this way.
So an interesting thing on this is you can move the damage counters for multiple of your characters, but they all have to go to the same character on the opposing side.
Yeah, but
it's not bad.
If you had 5 damaged characters, you could move all 5 damage counters.
Take something out and draw 5 cards.
To something with 1 willpower, even, and it still count, and you'd get it.
Mm-hmm.
Brad makes a good point. It is probably Knive. Knives Nerd Corner does excellent set reviews, like for limited and sealed. I think they actually just put one out recently. Today?
A couple hours ago.
A couple hours ago? Okay, yeah. Definitely check them out. Very, very worth it. I don't know, is Be Our Guest Lorcana still doing limited sealed reviews?
I don't remember.
We've done one with them before as a collab. I know they are on a podcast now. Oh, shoot, it's killing me. I'm blanking on the name. Brad will remember this as well. The podcast that Be Our Guest is on. But so yeah, I'm not sure if they're still doing that content, but definitely go check those out. All right, let's keep moving along.
We didn't score that one.
Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 5. No, I'm gonna give it a 4. You're right. 4's all around. Chaka. 4 cost 3/3. When you play this character, if you have a character named Tippo in play, chosen opposing character gains Reckless during their next turn. I don't like it.
I think I'm
3.
Yeah. Just because it's a 3/3 body for 4, which was great when it cost 3, but now it costs a whole ink more, and it has this weird conditional effect. I mean, it's not weird, but like there's only the one Tipo. So this is another trap thing. You don't want to try and like so heavily get into this combination. I think a 3 is good. Next.
Yeah, he's on
Overexerted with Benny.
Yeah, Dan Regal.
Very nice. It is a nice mug, isn't it, Mr. Mayor? Officially one of currently. The rest of the mail is still mailing. Out and about. All right, next up we've got the March Hare. Hair-brained eccentric. When you play this character, you may deal 2 damage to chosen damaged character. 3 strength, 4 willpower. It's not my favorite. The character has to be damaged already for you to be dealing those 2 extra damage. But you know what this works well with? Dump truck.
Dump truck. Dump truck.
The body's not great. It's okay. It's pretty mid. I think that this is mid. I think I'm going to go with a 5.
All right. Next up. Mad Dog.
Carnage's first mate.
This just reminds me of the what is it? Mad Dog
Hot Sauce.
No, Mad Dog 2020, the like
anyway, if you have a character named Don Carnage in play, you pay 1 less to play this character. Conditional, but the body isn't bad. It's a 4 strength, 4 willpower. So I mean, there's that. And it's a pirate, and it's inkable. I'm going to go with a solid 5.
There's only one Don Carnage, and it's the uninkable one.
Which isn't the best, but it's not the worst either. But the body 4/4 isn't bad.
Sticking with a 4. Actually, I'll give it a 5. You're right. That body's okay.
What did you say? What did you
5.
change it to?
5. 5.
Oh, you copycat.
5
Anyway,
automatic.
next.
Next up, Napoleon Dynamite. Uh,
No,
4
just
cost, 3,
Napoleon.
6. Quest for 1. Everyone knows that without rations, an operational be a failure. The operational?
The
That's.
operation will.
But
They've just smushed their operational be a
I
failure.
don't think you can make contractions on any words you want like that,
Yes, you
mate.
can't. Anyway, read the card.
I already read it. It's a 3/6. It's a
You didn't
vanilla
finish it,
card.
and this is why I outrank you, Lafayette, because I see the big picture.
What movie is this from?
This is from The Aristocrats. Aristocats.
Okay.
Duh.
Okay. All right. MD20.
Duh.
What? It
Anyway,
doesn't really? That's hilarious.
this isn't too bad. I think that this is pretty nice. It'll
I
hopefully
don't like
take
it.
whatever it hits
5.
out. 5 sounds good to me.
I'm not a fan of small strength, big willpower. I like it the other way around. I think
Yeah.
it's a little more useful that way. Chip, quick thinker. When you play this character, chosen opponent chooses and discards a card.
We've seen this several times. This is just like the Daisy from a couple sets back that when you play it, you discard a card. That was, I think it was an amber.
And there's a green one that when you quest, discarded a card.
Yeah. I don't like stats on this at all.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna go
not
with a
great.
solid 2.
I'm going to go with a 4 just because
Wow.
at turn 4 you might be able to just discard like their last card, and like if you
That's true. I'm gonna
are
make it a
slightly
3.
ahead. No, you already said 2. It's already on the on the
Fine.
screen.
Next.
Next up we got Gadget Hack Wrench. Quirky scientist. When you play this character, if an opponent has more cards in your hand than you may draw a card. Okay.
So it's basically the same stats as the last card, but with 1 extra lore, and instead of discarding a card, you get a card. I'm gonna go with a 4. I'd rather get a card and have that extra lore than make them discard a card.
I'm going to go with 5.7. This is pretty nice. I like drawing cards. It's not terrible.
I like drawing cards. And drawing cards with a character on board. Let's go.
All right. Next up, Flynn Rider. Breaking and entering. B&E, little B&E.
When this character is challenged, the challenging player may choose and discard a card. If they don't, you gain 2 lore.
Oh, okay. So it's
Any
basically
quest for 3 already.
So it's Merfolk or Fred. You choose.
It's or that little original Flynn.
Right, yeah. Okay. Flynn or Fred is what it is.
Yes.
Let's play a game of Flynn or Fred. Are you gonna let me gain 2 lore, or are you gonna discard a card? The problem is around this time,
Bacon and eggs.
Bacon and
Yes.
eggs. I do love me a BEC, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, the problem is I think around 4 they're going to be lower on cards, right? So chances are they probably won't.
Well, your hope is they don't discard a card and you just get the 2 lore, maybe.
No, they don't have a card in hand to discard.
Right, and then you get the 2 lore. If they don't, you gain 2 lore.
Actually, the challenging player may choose and discard a card. If they can't choose to discard, you get the lore, right? So this actually gets better when they run out of cards in hand.
That's what I've been saying.
I don't agree that that's what you've been saying. I think you just realized that when I did. Uninkable, though, kind of stinks. I mean, this is probably getting you 5 lore, though.
I am going to give this a 5.
I'm going to give it a 7.
I can't. I swear that's what I was saying. Anyway, next. What's next? What we got? Queen of Hearts. Haughty Monarch. While there are 5 or more characters with damage and play, this character gains +3 lore. So this is a worse Mirabelle. This is a much worse Mirabelle in my opinion, because I
don't know about that.
You had to have 5 other characters for the Mirabelle to pop up. Now you have to have 5 other characters, and then they all have to have damage.
I mean, you can't play the other Mirabelle. This queen rules, Brad says. I mean, this card is a 4-cost 2/3 quest for 3. This is not a Mirabelle. Yeah, Mirabelle you can't play at all. This you can play, and then like if there are other damage, I don't think
Okay.
you're ever getting that ability off though.
I guess you're right
Reasonably.
because I keep forgetting that this includes other like your opponent's characters too.
Brad's also talking about in constructed, where like every character comes into play with a damage counter on them
Also,
or
no, I
something.
haven't.
Yeah, we haven't seen you
We're
play it
just talking about the
because
limited though, Brad.
it never made the weekly meta report because it was never that good.
Anyway,
I only watch decks that are worthy of the mayor's meta report.
I'm just
No,
saying.
in constructed, you're absolutely right. Like this has much more value. I mean, we won't talk about how brawl and like smash and like strength and cards exist to just like remove this, but
Triple dump truck.
triple dump truck. Yeah, this gets triple dump trucked, right? And that's a positive value for the dump trucky, the dump trucker, I guess you should say. Brad's a little mad. He says, "How
I'm
dare you?"
just saying,
I don't
for
know.
sealed or draft, I
5,
don't think this is good. I think this is a 3.
3. Okay, I think this survives at least, and I think it gets you 3 lore. That's about it, though.
Maybe. Maybe prove me wrong.
Go, Tama.
Go
Go.
go. Go go.
Shift
I
4,
love go
cost
go.
4, 3/3. Quest for 2,
Evasive.
evasive. When you play this character, if you use shift to play her, you may put a chosen character into their player's inkwell face down and exerted.
Because it comes with a let it go, a body with a let it go.
Yeah, but you're never shifting it. I mean, there's only that other one. There's only
There's just
one
the
other
one.
go-go, right?
I'm gonna go with a 4. Because I think that's what we gave the other go-go, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think a 4 cost 3/3. The quest for 2 with evasive though is pretty decent.
That's why I said a 4.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
I think this is pretty good. I mean, like Pascal was just 1 lore more, right?
Yeah.
At the same cost, and that was insanely good. There's 2. Yeah, 1 in the set. Yep, 1 go-go. This is limited. Yep, limited format, Brad. If anyone
Did you
plays,
read the title?
if anyone plays
Just
with the
kidding.
mayor this weekend, be sure to make sure all the cards he's playing with say set 8, and he doesn't bring any random, other set
I'll be watching
cards.
you on Monday.
Don't
No
be
B
afraid to
preps in
call a
this.
judge. No mayor is
Anyway,
above
Honey
the
Lemon,
judge.
costumed catalyst. Whenever you play a Floodborn character, if you use shift to play them, you may return chosen character to their player's hand.
Nope, not gonna happen. Just mid.
Who wakes up at
4.
9 o'clock at night, Brad? I'm like gonna go to bed after this.
Friday. All right. This is like a 4.
Yeah,
This
I'm
got
gonna
minimal
give it a
stats.
3.
3 sounds good. All right. Next up, we've got Jacques. 0.
10 out of 10.
0. Moving on. No, seriously
I'm
though.
giving it a 10.
I'm giving it a 3. It's not good. Sorry, Brad. Love you, buddy. Love you, but this one's not great.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
6. Wow, you're really pandering to our one viewer, huh?
It's so cute.
Like none of 10
What
out of
did you
10
put it was?
I put it as a 3. Average out to 4.5. Can we also talk about how like Jacques' puppies don't look anything like Jacques?
That's because they're not his puppies. Those are Lady and Tramp's puppies, you idiot. He's Uncle Jacques.
Okay.
Read the title. Attentive Uncle.
Yeah, but also like that bone is too big for those puppies. They shouldn't be.
Oh my goodness.
Puppies can't have hard bones. Like that's not very nutritional for puppies. They need like formula and.
Move on to the next card, sir. We're gonna be here all night.
You just can't get this combo.
We are
off.
still in the 4 drops.
Brutus, the other of Medusa's alligators. 4/3 during your turn. When this character is banished, if one of your characters was damaged this turn, gain 2 lore. During your turn, when this character is banished, if one of your characters was damaged this turn, gain 2 lore. I don't know how this doesn't trigger, right? How does he get banished when this character is banished if one of your characters was damaged this turn? So like unless you're like be prepping yourself or something. Like you swing Brutus into something, and when it is banished, you get 2 lore, right? Am I misreading
Yeah.
that? Am I misunderstanding of that? Kind of seems
I don't.
seems pretty good to me. I think
Is
4
he actually
cost.
damaged if he's just banished in
Yeah,
a
why not?
challenge?
That's how he got banished, right? I think it's
True.
a 6. 6 out of 10 would take. I might even give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7 since we're still waiting on you.
6.
6, okay. For a 6.5 total. Moving on to Alice, Courageous Keyholder.
When you play this character, you may ready chosen damaged character of yours. They can't quest for the rest of this turn.
3.
4.
Also, all these keys. We're like one step closer to Kingdom Hearts in Lorcana. Who wants to see it? Blow up the chat. Next up. Yeah, it can be damaged with Banish Fire. Banished with Dragon Fire, yeah. But like that would be your own Dragon Fire because it's during your turn, right? So it's during your turn when this character is banished. So like there's very few scenarios where you're banishing your own character on your own turn without challenging. Be pretty inefficient.
Yeah.
Gaston.
When you play this character, you may banish one of your items to give chosen character +2.
4.
4/4. So he's just a 4/4 for 4.
Yep.
Because I'm never using that ability, and that's a 4 for me.
So you also give it a 4.
Mm-hmm. We'll just stay on theme. 4/4/4.
Jin Main's Rejoice. All right, Cricky, part of the team. While you have 2 or more other exerted characters in play, this character gets 2 lore. While you have 2 or more other exerted characters in play, this character gets +2 lore. This is actually pretty good because it just says if you're questing or challenging with the other characters, then this guy has 3. So I mean, like this is a 4-cost 4/3. Which puts him at like 4-ish, but then like that bonus is actually pretty achievable. So I'm gonna put it at like a 6.
6.
6 it is. All right. 6 is Cricky of the Beast. Mulan.
Charging ahead. Reckless. Burst of speed. During your turn, this character gains evasive. Long range. This character can challenge ready characters. 3/3. Cool.
Yeah.
It's not the best with 3/3, but
give it a 5.
4.
4. All right.
Next.
Next up we got Faline.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Evasive. When you have a character in play with more strength than each opposing character, this character gains +2 lore. So this is like a different kind of Flynn.
Yeah.
Flynn with a twist that's also evasive. It's not bad.
I don't know. Don't know how I feel about this.
I don't really know. I think it's a 6.
Mulan is gonna. Oh, you think Mulan?
The last
is
Mulan.
gonna win? Make Mulan Dex pop off. I mean, it does have it is a decent shift target.
I agree
hate that
with
it's
that.
unlinkable. Faline though, evasive.
I think it's a 6.
I think it's a 6. I think it's like a 5.5.
Okay.
5.8 as the average.
Next we have what do we
the
have?
Mouse
The Mouse
Queen.
Queen.
We saw this
A
already.
vanilla 3/6.
We already saw this. This was same as somebody else, right?
Oh,
same
yeah.
as Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon. He's not Napoleon Dynamite, and I don't remember what we gave it, but I think I'm gonna go with 4.
4 sounds good.
Or same as Napoleon.
Same as Napoleon. Next, we've got Hiram Flavorsham.
New Hiram.
Timu Hiram.
I'm also not putting items in my deck. Don't fall into this trap of putting a bunch of items in your deck for this card.
Yep. 2.
Please. Don't do it.
2.
Yeah. 2 sounds great.
2
Next.
it is. Nani.
Ooh, stick to the plan. Tap Another chosen character gains resist +2 this turn. And then it's up to you, Lilo. Your characters gain Lilo, gain support.
Mm.
It's not my favorite.
Ruby Steel getting good. All right, Brad. Whatever you say. Should we tell him?
I'm excited for
Should
the
we tell him?
changes, but I also said that
Nobody
last
tell him.
time.
Nobody tell him.
Anyway, I'm going to give this a 4.
4. Okay.
What are you giving it?
This is like a 2.
Okay, next.
Arthur. So many people are like high up on this card. 4 cost 6/6. Skip your turns. Draw step. Quest for 3.
I want my cards. Why do you not want your cards? I mean, yeah, it's nice because it's a 6 strength, 6 body that quests for 3, but like, I don't want to not have any cards.
The biggest problem is you're guaranteed to skip one draw step because like
Yeah.
you need to do something with this. But at the same time, like, do you need any more cards if you already have a 6 cost on turn 4? You've played a 6/6 to quest for 3. Like they're
I
not
don't know.
stopping that for a
We'll
while.
have to figure that out. I'm gonna go with a 7 though.
This is 10 out of 10 in limited. Brad says for the Arthur. You just don't draw though. Drawing's so important. That's like
Yeah, that's
you
what
run
I'm
out of
scared
cards.
of.
I like going second in limited because of the draw. It's so much.
I'm just
better.
gonna go with a 7 because of the body and the lore, and just hopefully ignore the fact that I won't be able to draw a card.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's good, but
Yeah.
4 cost inkable 6/6 3 pips. Yeah, like that's I can read the stats, mate. I just don't know the viability of it here. Drawing doesn't win games. Lore does.
Sometimes it does though.
Debatable. Debatable. Lore. I don't know, mate.
What are you giving it? I gave it a 7. More lore.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
I'm not convinced of this yet. We'll have to see. I mean, like, I'm gonna keep it, right?
I'm gonna try
Like,
it.
Put it in my deck, yeah, and try it. But like, it's it's
Sideboard.
an interesting spot you
Anyway.
would be at. Drawing wins games in Jafar.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Jasmine. Steady strategist. Ugh, words are hard. Shift 2. There was the one that was earlier that was the lower cost Jasmine, so there is a shift target. Whenever this character quests, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may reveal an ally character card and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom. 2/5, not super great, but there are a lot of allies. There's a lot of allies. So,
Yeah.
like, you will almost certainly, ideally, get at least 1 card back and replace this one. I don't know. I'm going to go with 5.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll do 4. I'll do 4.
All right. 4.
Jumbo Jukba. This one. 2.
Vanilla 1/6. Quest for 2.
2.
He's giving it a 2, and I'm going to go with a 3.
If Arthur
Next.
isn't a 10, what is? Brad asked that.
I don't know yet. Haven't gotten there.
Well, maybe there isn't a 10 in this set, Brad. Maybe there just isn't one.
We're
yet.
only through the 4 costs.
We
Next,
haven't got there yet.
Khan.
I'm not entirely
Warhorse. 2 strength, 7 willpower.
But I
I like the 7 willpower. What?
I gave the last one a 2. I gave this one a 2.
You did, yeah.
5. Okay.
2.5. I'm gonna give this one a 2.
This is just like a marketably better Lady Cluck, right? Like from last set because that cost 5. But yeah. Wait, she was a 3. It's a power crept Moana from last set.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, the
The
Jumbo
last
Juba?
card, the Jumba, because Moana was a 1/6
That quest for 2?
or 2, maybe 1. I don't remember. Anyway.
Moana.
I'm giving this a 2.
I don't see the Moana.
It's from last set.
So 1/6. No, that cost 3. He's right. Yeah, Brad was wrong. It's not power crept.
Okay, next.
Next. Did you go to the next one? I gotta go to the next one. Iago.
Sorry, I didn't.
This is this is the promo card. I have one of these.
Yes.
Uh,
I think this is pretty good. Body's not great with a 3/3 for 4 cost, but there's another exerted character. He can't be challenged. So they at least have to take out whatever is exerted first. So it makes whatever is exerted a bodyguard before you can get to the Iago. So I don't know. I think this is a solid 6.
Look at that. Look at it.
What do you think?
I got a set 8 card. Do you guys have any set 8 cards? Check this out.
What's your score in this?
Art wise, this is like a 10 out of 10. It's pretty, very pretty. I have another character. Yeah, no, this is pretty good. Every character becomes a bodyguard. I like it. Let's give this 6.
Okay, sounds good.
What'd you give it?
6.
Okay. You didn't update your score. I didn't see it. Sorry. Next up, Stitch. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may draw a card and gain 1 lore.
I like this card. I'm going to give this an 8.
Yeah. I mean, this is just better Jafar, right? Snake Jafar?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like this. This is probably like a 7. It's probably 8. I'll give you an 8. This is an 8.
Okay. Next.
We got some enchanteds. We got some promos.
All right.
What is this one? Oh, this is from the Palace Heist. Same with Pinocchio.
Yep.
Mini promo. Iago, D23. Let's go. All right, we're on
Let's
to
go.
set 5.
No, we're on to 5 drops.
5 drops. That's what I meant.
5 drops.
Hey, we only got a few of these.
Let's go. Let's speed through this, because we are behind. Darling dear, beloved wife. How sweet. When you play this character, chosen character gets +2 lore this turn. For 5 ink, and she's inkable. 4 strength, 4 willpower, and anything else gets +2 lore as long as you have another character on board that can quest. Heck yeah, sign me up. I'm giving this a 7.5.
I'll give it a 7.
Next
up, we got the Colonel. While you have 3 or more puppy characters in play, this character gets +2 strength, +2 lore.
Don't fall into the puppy trap. 2.
Yeah, 2 is probably right.
Next. Super cool card. I love the art. Cool in a puppy deck. Magicka Dispel. Shadow form. Evasive. When you play this character, you may return another chosen character of yours to your hand to draw a card. 3 strength, 3 willpower for 5 uninkable, and she quests for 2. I don't know. I don't like the body on her, but she's evasive, so I almost think it doesn't matter. I don't mind bouncing my own character to draw a card.
Yeah, you lose a lot of tempo that way, though. I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to give it a 4.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Yeah. Next.
The Sultan.
The Sultan. Royal Apparition. Vanish. Whenever one of your illusion characters quests, exert chosen opposing character. 5 strength, 5 willpower, 2 lore. I like it. Don't like that it's uninkable. I like that it was on my bingo card.
I think
I'm going to give this a 6.
Its ability's not great. I think I'll give it a 5.
Yeah. Next.
Oh,
Jafar, the one and only.
High
Whenever
Sultan
this character
of Lord
quests. Sorry. My bad.
Go ahead.
Whenever this character quests, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. If an illusion character card is discarded this way, you may play that character for free.
You're
never doing that.
There's like 4 of this set. We brought it up earlier.
Yeah. There's very few. So like that ability is not great, but 4 quest for 3 is pretty good. I don't hate it. I think I'm gonna give it a 5.
Um,
Actually, I'm gonna give it a 5.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not a fan. Camilio Madrigal. When this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand.
This
Yeah.
recycles itself.
I mean, when
I'm
is
gonna
this
give it a
character
6.
ever not going to be banished in a challenge? I think this is like
I mean, quadruple dump truck,
yeah, I think this is like an 8.
quad truck, quad trucked.
You said
Anyway.
6?
Yeah, I
I
said
gave
6.
it an 8. I think it's pretty good.
8. All right.
7 total. Next up, we got Forest Duel. This is where Bambi's mom died in the movie. Spoiler alert.
Anyway, your characters gain Challenger +2, and when this character is banished in a challenge, return this card to your hand this turn. It's not bad. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's so expensive, and you're only getting Challenger +2 out of it, and I guess you get the card back, but
All of them though. It's all your characters though.
oh, that's true. I can't read. That's expensive.
Very expensive.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
As am I. 4 it is.
Next.
Rapunzel.
Ooh.
High Climber. 2/5 evasive. Whenever this character quests, shows an opposing character can't quest during their next turn. Good ability. Good evasive. Decent questing. I mean, it's a legendary. You're probably not going to find too many of them.
Yeah,
I don't love the 2/5 stat line, but I think this is probably like.
But it doesn't matter.
7.
I feel like sometimes on those, like with the evasives, it almost doesn't matter because like they just have to have an evasive and an evasive that hits for 5.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I'm gonna give it an 8.
8. All right.
What'd you get?
I gave it a 7.
7. Okay. Next. Captain Hook, Shift 3. There was only the one shift target below it, and that's obviously the reprint from set 1.
Yep.
And then give him all you got. Once during your turn, whenever an opposing character is damaged, your pirate characters get +2 strength and resist +2 this turn. 4 strength, 5 willpower, quest for 2. I think we looked it up earlier. I don't think there was very many pirates. I think there was less than 10.
There is at least one pirate. Dump truck.
Anyway.
The bigger problem I see in this, even if it was like your characters get +2 and resist 2, is that whenever an opposing character is damaged, then your stuff gets it. So now you need Captain Hook in play. You need to swing someone in and do damage. Now all of the other things you swing in have the 2 strength and the resist +2 this turn. So like it's a 3 character combo kind of.
Yeah. It's not great. I'm going to go with a 2.
2?
Yeah.
I think it's a decent body. I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.
It's still a body.
That's true. I should have probably ranked it a little higher. Lafayette. 7 strength, 4 willpower. What are we guarding the kitchen for, Napoleon? These ain't no scarabs around here. Call me when there's something serious that needs fixing.
All right.
I love the body. I'm going to give it an 8.
I'll give it a 7. Next up, we got Lilo. Let's go.
Stomping time. During your turn, if you've played 3 or more actions this turn, you may play this character for free. Roar. When you play this character, ready chosen character. They can't quest for the rest of your turn. 2 lore. 4 strength, 4 willpower. I think you're almost certainly only ever using it for the second ability.
Yeah, you're never playing it for free.
Ever.
Unlimited, but 5 cost 4, 4 quest for 2, and you ready a character. It's basically
Rhea.
It's Sven.
Sven.
Amber Sven, but like one more. It's Big Sven.
Yeah.
So I kind of like this. I think this is probably
I'm
like
going to give
7.
it a 7. Sounds good.
All right. 7's around.
The board. Next.
Lumiere. Shift 3. It's a 5 cost 4 3 evasive. Quest for 2. Whenever one of your items is banished, this character gets +1 this turn. I'm pretty sure that ability has no bearing, but 4/3, quest for 2, evasive. Can we call her Freelo? Yeah, we could probably call her Freelo, Brad. Not in limited though. In limited, you're paying. You're paying. There's no freeloaders in this format.
No.
Lumiere only matters for their evasive. Actually, Lumiere. There is a shift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have an item card in your discard. This character gains evasive. Oh, is the 2 cost 1/1 that quests for 2? Oh, that's a really bad shift target. Because it gets dump truck so easily.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is like a 4.
I'll give it a
maybe
6.
a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5 for it being evasive.
Yeah, I gave it a 6 for being evasive, basically.
Okay.
All right, we got Wasabi.
Wasabi.
3/5 support. Meh.
Not bad. 3 strength, 5 willpower. Not bad. 2 lore.
Meh.
4.
I gave it a 5.
Okay, next.
Geppetto.
Whenever this character quests, you may choose and discard any number of item cards to gain 1 lore for each item card discarded this way. 4 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 2, another trap card. Body is okay.
3.
Yep.
4.
Yep, 3's good.
Okay, I switched mine to 4 at the last second.
All
right, next up. Monterey Jack, 5 cost, 4/5, quest for 2, bodyguard. I like it. 7.6. You gave it a 6. All right. It's just a fat body, and it's a bodyguard, so you can use it to protect if you need to.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we got Ariana Grande.
5/5, quest for 2, vanilla.
So we saw 5/5 earlier. That quest for 2 is the uninkable one. This one is just like marketably better than the Sultan. I think this is like a good
6.
This is like an 8.
Wow.
I like this card a lot. Vanilla. It's fine. Doesn't need to do anything fancy.
I know. Next.
Next up, Namari. When you play this character and at the start of your turn, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. This character gets +1 for each card in your discard.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
By like turn 5, when you play this, you have probably like 2 cards in your discard.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 no notes, Brad says. In limited format, like you need to be playing this much later. When you play it much later, it's like much, much better. I do like the ability to filter, but the later you're filtering,
you're almost not necessarily filtering because you might just not have any cards left.
Yeah, and the other problem is it's at the start of your turn, which means it's before your draw step, right? So you can't, like, if you're top decking, this ability doesn't actually help you filter for a better card. So it's not like you draw, then use this ability, check, and then you get like 2 and you pick 1. It's not like you get to develop every turn or something.
Right.
I don't know.
I gave it a 4.
It just doesn't do any. It doesn't do any. You give it a 4. I mean, I think it's a little better than that. I think it's like a 6 probably.
Okay.
But I don't know. It just doesn't do anything on ETB, which is like really important, I think. I think that does it. We got some enchanteds.
Let's go.
Punzel, Hook, Lilo.
6 drops.
6
Jafar
drops.
himself.
Only a few of these.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
Chief Bogo.
Chief Bogo. During an opponent's turn, whenever one of your characters with bodyguard is banished, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character card with 5 costs or less, you may play that character for free. Otherwise, put it on the top of your deck.
There's just not enough bodyguards to really be doing stuff with this. 6 cost 5/5 is not terrible. But yeah. Brad says it does ETB. What do you mean? Okay, I'm sorry it does the same effect as the 1 cost Simba and 1 cost Mulan. It draws a card and discards a card. That's like a very worthless kind of ETB to have on a 5-cost character. And there's like,
Meh.
yeah, but
I don't know.
this one
This is
is
okay.
just
I'm gonna
for its
give it a
stats, in
5.
my opinion. Yeah, 5 sounds good. 5 average. It's just for its stats, really. Tramp
Tramp.
2/8.
Dapper Rascal. Shift 4 during an opponent's turn. Whenever one of your characters is banished, you may draw a card.
9.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna give that 9. Sounds good.
Sure. Like I just really want to draw cards. This seems
Yeah,
pretty strong.
I
I
want to draw
hate that it's
cards.
a 2/8. If this was like a 4/4 or something like that,
Yeah.
4/6 would be the best. But like I wish they could even those out. It automatically buffs her. Oh, so she's guaranteed to come into play as a 1/5. Yeah. Pachitaki. Yeah.
All right, next.
Yeah. Tramp's a really good card. This is
Yes.
pretty strong. Per Dita, when you play this character, you may put all puppy character cards from your discard into your inkwell, face down, and exerted. 6 cost, 4/6. See, there's that stat line I really wanted from Tramp.
Yeah.
But this effect
Not
is
a
just
great effect. 6.
duty. I'm going to give it a 5. Just for its stats.
Yep.
All right. Pluto. While this character has no damage, he gets +2 and gains support. So
I like it. I'm gonna go with an 8.
So it's a 4/7.
Yes.
And then
That
it
also
goes
has
down
support.
to a 2/7.
I'm going with an 8.
Puppy deck ramp. And yeah, the problem is this is limited, Brad. You can't really get the puppies going in the
I
limited
think we've
as
said that
much.
enough. He knows.
You're going to give this an 8, you said?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty strong. I think this is probably like a 6.6.
Okay. Next.
Next up, we got Calhoun.
Yahoo. Bodyguard. When this character is banished, gain 1 lore, 4 strength, 5 willpower, quest 4/2.
So, like, we saw it last on 5 costs. We saw the Monterey Jack, right? Same stat line, but you just don't get the lore. So, are you trying to pay 1 more ink to get a lore?
Technically, you're getting 2 more lore because she quests for 1 additional, and then she will get the 1 when she's banished.
Monterey Jack quests for 2.
I thought it was just 1.
No, he quests for 2. He's a 5 cost,
Okay.
4/5 quest for 2. This is a 6 cost, 4/5 quest for 2. They're both bodyguard. Okay. This just gets you the 1 additional lore when it's banished. It's not
5.
Bad. Not bad. 5?
Yeah.
I think this is probably like 7.
Okay. Next.
Oh, I need a Tums. The official antacid of Rules of Villainy.
Alma Madrigal. Accepting Grandmother. Once during your turn, whenever 1 or more of your characters sings a song, you may ready those characters. 5 strength, 5 willpower. Quest for 2. Not singing a lot of songs, but if you could and you could ready those characters, that's kind of cool. The body and the lore is kind of nice.
I'll just give it a 6 for its body and lore.
I'm gonna do a 6 also next. 6 for 6/6.
Next up, we got Abu.
Also on my bingo card,
Vanish.
When this character quests, gain lore equal to the lore of chosen opposing character. 3 strength, 7 willpower.
It's interesting.
Not bad.
It's not terrible.
I'm gonna do a 6.
Yeah, I'll do 6 as well. Sounds good.
Next.
You should definitely make your deck top heavy. The more expensive cards, almost the better.
Yeah.
But if you have too many expensive cards, like you don't want to just like load it full with like not as good ones. But okay, Yzma on the Edge. Why do we even have that lever? When you play this character, if you have a card named Pull the Lever in your discard, you may search your deck for a card named Wrong Lever and reveal that card to all players. Put that card in your hand and shuffle your deck. So 6 cost, 3/6 uninkable 2 lore. I love Wrong Lever. I like the Pull Lever. I think both of those cards are great, even in limited, regardless of their like conditional stuff or whatever.
I think this one is the trap of the card of the
yeah.
3.
This in my
It's
opinion, is a 2.
uninkable and the stats aren't great.
This is a 2, in my opinion.
I'm gonna go with a 3 because I like it, but we can stick with it's a bad idea. Don't play it. Next.
Next up,
Madam Mim, Rhino. Shift 2. When you play this character, banish her or return another chosen character of yours to your hand. So it's just like the snake and the fox, but massively giant. And there is the other Madam Mim that you can shift on.
Yeah, that's a 3 cost 4/3 Madam Mim that you can shift on.
Yeah.
So shift 2 is incredibly strong for a 6/5.
Yeah.
But like when you play this character, banish or return, so like you have to pay the cost of shifting this is having a character to shift on and having another character to bounce back.
Yes.
So
So you're like not really
it's
ever playing
uninkable.
her.
This is not
that
the
early.
greatest stat line. I think this is like a 3. That's my opinion.
Ooh, okay. I was gonna say at least like a 4.
Okay.
Next.
Oh, went the wrong direction. There we go. Anna.
Shift
4, support 3/6, quest for 2. Whenever this character quests, if you have a character named Elsa in play, you may draw a card. There's only one Elsa in this whole set, and it's not great. So 6 cost, 3/6. It's like
Same with
very
that
marginally
target.
better than that Yzma. This is like a 3.3.
Okay, 3.3, and I'm gonna go with a 3. Next.
All right. Next up, we got Rhea.
Ooh, whenever this character quests, you may pay 2 less to 2 ink to ready another chosen character.
Pretty good.
So I don't know.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. That's kind of rough.
Pretty good. I mean, 6 cost 5/5 quest for 2 is already pretty good stats. I think this card is like an 8.8 in my opinion.
8.8. I'm gonna go with a 7.5. Next.
7.5.
I love the art.
Gives us an 8.2. Yeah. I don't know. Is that like a broken sword? Does Rhea have like this broken sword that's connected with a string? I don't
remember it being a broken sword, but that just looks really cool.
It is kind of neat, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we got Alice. Clumsy as can be.
Clumsy as can be.
2/6, shift 3. Whenever this character quests, put 1 damage counter on each other character. Each other character. So it's not even. It's so like yours too. It's
all of them. I think it's a 1.
This is
and the stats are bad.
Yeah, this is a 1. I agree. 1, not good. Next up, we got Maui. It's Maui time.
It's Maui time.
So 6 cost 4/4, quest for 3. Whenever this character is banished, choose 1. Put 2 damage counters on all opposing characters. Banish all opposing items or banish all opposing locations. So
you're almost surely just only going to do the 2 damage counters on all opposing characters because there's probably not going to be any items to banish or not any that are worthwhile, and there's literally going to be no locations.
If there's any locations, you call a judge.
I'm gonna give this a.
It's a grab sword. This is
6 and I'm gonna give it a 7.
I think I'm giving this like an 8.5. This is really good. I mean, it's like Bagheera, right? But it's not bodyguard, but it's Bagheera that gets around. Like it's the grab sword is put 2 damage counters, so it gets around resist, which means Vince is sad. All right, next up, Honest John, 7/5, quest for 2, 6. I mean, this is just great. I like this. 8, easy.
8. Yeah, 8 sounds good. Next
up, we got Mushu.
2, shift 4. Whenever you play another character, they gain rush, reckless, and evasive this turn. 4/6. Quest for 2. Pretty good. I think it's a 7.
It could be bad. Like, reckless is bad. It can be bad. But, like, at a
It could be bad.
4/6, you should be able to, like, use this to take out most stuff and then play characters, like, if you only have something like a Bambi or whatever in your hand. But
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty nice. I kind of like it. I'll give it a 6. Would you say 7?
Yeah.
All right, 6.5 combined score. Then we move on to Get Out. Banish chosen character, then return an item card from your discard to your hand.
1. Actually, it's a banish
5.
chosen character, so it's like
It's like
a
Dragonfire.
it's like a Dragonfire, but pay 1 more for an item also. But I'm not gonna have any items.
Yep, it's bad. That part is bad, but Banish character is good. It's like just a cheaper,
I'm gonna do 5.
more expensive Dragonfire. Yeah, I gave it 5 as well.
Okay.
Next up, we got
Aladdin. Bodyguard. Whenever one of your allied characters quests, you may remove up to 2 damage from this character. 1/9. Bodyguard. I hate that he does 1 damage, but 9 willpower is hard to deal with. I feel like as a bodyguard.
It is. It just, in limited, I feel like you get in these situations where this is kind of win more. If you think about it, like, if you're already playing these characters all the way up to turn 6 that, like, are questing and need protecting, then you throw down this Aladdin. If they haven't already dealt, if they haven't already dealt with your characters, then, you know.
I agree.
And then if you just, like, don't exert everything, then they've built up a board that is potentially big enough to just, like, take out this Aladdin and then keep moving on. And I hate that it doesn't trade back. I would much rather something that, like, forces a trade into them. It also doesn't pressure any lore whatsoever, whereas something like Maui isn't a bodyguard, but, like, they can't just ignore it and, like, go after, you know, just quest themselves because it has such lore pressure. This is kind of like a 3, I think.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Next.
3s all around. Heads held high. Sing together 6. Remove up to 3 damage from any number of chosen characters. All opposing characters get -3 this turn. I don't know.
I don't really like it.
I don't like it.
I'm going to go with the 3 again.
I'm going to go with a 4. It's not the worst.
It's not the worst, but that feels awkward.
Shouldn't really play it.
Yeah.
Down in Nolines.
10.
10, really?
I'm just joking. It's pretty nice though.
It just, it's not great when you can't stack your deck with like a bunch of 6 costs and stuff. Or stack your deck for a way to sing this.
It's more of one of those trap cards to like make you put this in there, then you're stuck with it in your hand with no way to sing it, or you have to pay the full cost of the ink, and at that point you would have just rather have had the character anyway. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 4.
4 sounds good. I mean, this card is like basically almost there, I would say.
Oh, okay, next.
All right, we got some enchanteds. We got the Perdita.
So we're going on to 7 drops.
And then we move on to 7 drops. There's only 10 of these. There's only 10 of these, so we can get through them real quick here. We got Bruno Madrigal.
Famous last words. Shift 5.
3/7. Whenever this character sings a song, you may draw a card for each character you have in play.
I don't like the stats.
It's turn 8 that you're getting this off at best, unless you shifted it. There is one Bruno we saw, right? Bruno.
Yeah, one.
It's a 4 cost, 3/4. It's not terrible. So you play this on 4, you shift this on 5. You're drawing a couple cards. But you have to sing.
I'm gonna go with a 3.
I'll give it a 4. No, it's uninkable. This is a 2.
Oh yeah, it's uninkable. I forgot. I'm gonna change mine to 2.
Okay, you're changing yours to 2. Averages out to a 2. Next up, we've got Wreck-It Ralph.
Shift 5, when you play this character and whenever he quests, you may return a racer character card with cost 6 or less from your discard to your hand if you do gain 1 lore. 7/5, I think that's the only good thing about this card,
Yeah, and we
is the
got
body.
7/5 for 6 cost, inkable with 2 lore, the last one, and there's just not enough racers to make this viable.
I'm gonna go with a 5.
I'm going to give this a 3 as it's uninkable.
Next.
Next up, we got Cusco. Cusco!
This is the enchanted.
This is
10
the
out of
enchanted
10.
Cusco. We got the
When you
enchanted here.
when you play this character, each opponent chooses one of their characters and puts the card on the bottom of their deck. Then each opponent may draw a card. Don't really like the ability, but I love the art. I love the art. I want the enchanted so bad.
I mean, the ability's not terrible. It's basically saying you're trading the, so there's only a 4 cost, there's only that really bad 4 cost as the shift target, but this is basically saying, you're trading the evil for the evil you don't, right? But at a certain point, you can look at a card and be like, okay, well, that's one of the better cards they have in their deck. I would much rather just let them have something off the top and see how good that is.
True. All right.
Yeah.
So what are we doing this one? I'm doing a 7 because the art.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5.
Okay, next.
Next up, we got Basil.
Basil.
Basil of Baker Street.
All right.
When you
play this character, you may return chosen character to their player's hand. When this character quests, chosen opponent discards a card at random.
I mean, I like it. I like the tempo swing it has. It's really expensive, but I
That's
think
why
I'll
I
give
was
it a
like, by the
6.
time you play this, are they gonna have any cards left? I guess the point is you bounce whatever is in their hand, and then hopefully they still have it next turn and don't play it, I guess.
If you think about this, like if they just played like their 6 cost bomb or something like that, right? And then you bounce it on your turn with the 7 cost, now they've drawn another card, so chances are they're still only going to be able to play that big bomb again. They're just going to replay that card, or they're going to play the new one they got or something. So
I don't know. I think this is like a 4. I'm at a 4. I don't really like it.
I gave it a 6.
Okay, next.
All right. Next up, we have Fred. Giant sized Fred.
Shift 5. Whenever this character quests, reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a Floodborn character card. Put that card into your hand and shuffle the rest into your deck. 5/6 quest for 3. Heck yeah. So I'm going to give this a 8.
Are there any Floodborns that I absolutely want to play 100%? And the answer is kind of no. I think we've seen them all. None of them are just like, I need this, but
I need this Fred.
I mean, it is pretty nice. It's card draw if you have the Floodborns, and there's Floodborns to be had. Not the greatest, but what did you give it?
8.
8. I think I'm gonna give this a 7.
All right.
We'll give it a 7.5.
Okay, 7.5. Moving on. To the next one.
Most everyone's mad here. Gain lore equal to the damage on chosen character, then banish them. So
it's kind of like a go-go, but with a boom at the end. But you could also do it to any character.
Any character. So you really don't want to do it on your own. But at the very least, for 7 costs, this is a Dragonfire, right? So
yeah. It's an expensive, uninkable Dragonfire.
Well, Dragonfire is always uninkable, but yeah.
I know that, but this is expensive and it has more.
I'm gonna give this a 6.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
I think I might try and play this depending on how many uninkables I have. It's kind of fun.
It's a worse B prep.
Yeah, way worse B prep.
Anyway, next.
7 cost, 7 quests for 3. 9. I said 9.
That sounds good.
This is a pretty good card. I mean,
I agree.
like, it's a big character.
And it's inkable.
They're not
Love
going to
it.
have removal. Like, yeah.
Ooh.
Vincenzo.
Vinny. When you play this character, you may deal 3 damage to chosen character. 2/8. Man, why does he have to be a 2?
Yeah.
Can't have a little bit more strength there, Vinny? I'm going to go with a 5.
But in theory, though, dealing 3 damage to chosen character is pretty huge. I mean, that's a smash on a body. So I think I'm giving this like an 8.4.
Okay.
What'd you give it?
Let's change it to a 6. You asked me like you didn't know, so. Next.
Beyond
Beyond the Horizon. Beyond the Horizon.
Sing together 7. Choose any number of players. They discard their hands and draw 3 cards each. This is kind of cool.
Because you can choose yourself, right?
Yes. You're going to choose yourself almost always in limited
And no one
here,
else.
and no one else, because they won't have a hand for you to discard, and you won't want to give them 3 more cards. But
Correct.
this is like Big Doc. I mean, 7 costs on Inkable is kind of rough, but like Sing Together 7
Sing
is not
together.
that bad. Like you could play
It's
this
not.
on turn 5.
You could do that on turn 4, 5, yeah.
By just a 3 and a 4 cost.
I'm going to go with a solid 8.
8. All right. I think I give this a 7.3 just for its uninkability.
Okay,
right.
last one.
Nope, those are just enchanteds left. Just enchanteds left. On this.
Oh, I thought you said there was 10 of them, so that was only 9.
That was 10. We had Bruno, Wreck-It Ralph. Oh, did we miss Hades?
Yes.
We miss Hades. When you play this character and whenever he quests, you may deal 2 damage to another chosen character of yours to draw 2 cards. That's not bad.
4.
And don't forget that I'm the guy with the leverage here. That's what his flavor text says. Okay. You said 4?
I went with a 4.
I mean, yeah, I'll go with like a 5.5. It could be really good. It could also be pretty bad. 8 cost and 9 cost. We'll throw them all together here because there's only 5, 6, 7, 8 of them left. Here we go. Donald Duck. Throwback to early on when we talked about the nephew's piggy bank. Yeah. Donald Duck 4/8 for 8. For each item named Nephew's piggy bank you have in play, you may pay 2 less to play this character. Money everywhere. When you play this character, your other characters gain exert, draw a card this turn.
I only want it for the second ability. The first ability is Josh the Trap.
And an 8 cost 4, 8 quest for 2 is not terrible because it inks.
Tap to draw a card, though.
It inks as well, so... And then tap to draw a card, but like...
Only one time.
Around turn 8...
I'm going to go...
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 7.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the 7.5. I think this could be pretty good. And the fact that it's inkable means that it doesn't really hurt you much at all.
No.
Next up, it means no worries.
Tap.
Enchanted here.
Return up to 3 character cards from your discard to your hand. You pay 2 less for the next character you play this turn. Man, it's uninkable. I'm going to brick my hand, but like this card is so good. It doesn't matter what cards. Like there's no stipulation on the characters. It could be any characters.
Yep.
That cost anything.
Yep.
I'm going with a solid 8.5.
I mean, it's like a really, really good late game card, but you like really, really only want it late game at all.
Yeah, you only want like one of them.
You said 8.5.
I went with an 8.5.
I think I'm gonna have to go with like 7.
Okay. Next.
All right. Next up, we've got Monstro, infamous whale.
Monstro.
8 cost, 6,
Rush.
8, rush, full breach, choose and discard a card, ready this character. He can't quest for the rest of this turn.
It's such a big body. I'm almost never going to discard a card, though. But it's a really big body with rush, so 9.
Yeah, it's a really expensive one to have rush. This is not really the turn where you like need to sway the
Well,
tempo
no, but
a
if
bunch.
I don't know, if you're both like duking it out and you are equally putting things down on curve and you put down something good and he puts down something good and then you've
Did you
got
say
this big
9?
old rush to just take it out. Yeah, I said 9.
Yeah, I say 7. I think I said
All right.
7. It's good, but it's just not as great.
Yeah.
We'll see though. Fantastical and magical. For each character that sang this song, draw a card and gain 1 lore. Sing together 9. So this is
also
basically
so good.
It's basically that Donald ability.
Yeah.
But you get the extra
You get
lore with it.
And yeah.
Well, you don't get the body from the Donald, so.
This is so
And
good.
it's uninkable. So this is not bad, but you can also sing together, which is really, really nice. So
It might be one of those trap cards though, so I'm gonna put it like a 7.
7? Okay. I think I'll put this at like a 7 as well. That seems fine.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right. Stopped chaos in its tracks. And then along came Zeus. Kapow.
He hurled that thunderbolt.
Sing together 8.
Return up to 2 chosen characters with 3 strength or less each to their player's hand. So it's a big muses. It's a double muses.
Makes sense.
With 3 strength.
I don't think so. I think
I would rather have the other 2 uninkable sing togethers than this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a 5.
5?
Yeah.
I'll go with 5 as well. That seems fine. It's removal. It might work.
It's inkable.
Next up, we got Nothing We Won't Do. Sing together 8, ready all your characters. For the rest of the turn, they take no damage from challenges and can't quest. So.
Well, of course they take no damage from challenges. You're readied.
No, they take no damage from challenges for the rest of the turn, though. So they can challenge. The idea here is that you.
All your characters. Oh, I see. Oh, duh.
So what makes
it's
this
like
nice
the
is that
Mickey
like
with the pirate Mickey.
Right. So
other pirates.
You can basically, if you have this card, it makes the turn where a person quests and thinks like, okay, well, it won't be the most unfavorable trades that end up happening. Yeah. You can play this. And if if you play it outright, that's great because then you quest with everyone, and then you play this, and you get them all back. But you could also sing with all of your characters to play this, and then they all ready from having sung. They exerted from having sung, but this readies them back up. So the characters that you're going to attack with can literally be the ones to sing this, and then it basically just gives them protection for the rest of the turn.
That's true.
Which is
this
very,
is
very nice.
Really good.
And it's inkable. I'm gonna
7.5.
I'm gonna give it 7. Yeah, 7 good. 7 is good. 7.5. I like that.
I said 7.
Okay. Next up, Radigan. Oh, Radigan.
Ward.
It's 8 cost 6/7 ward quest for 4. At the end of your turn, if you didn't put any cards into your inkwell this turn, banish this character.
This is a trap. It's so hard to continue to ink after you've already inked enough to get to freaking 8.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the time what's going to happen is you're going to have this card in hand, you're going to draw, you're going to ink for turn to go to 8, you're going to play this, and you're going to pass. And now this is
and then
guaranteed.
You're going to forget.
No, this is
it's
guaranteed to get
banished,
you 4
right?
lore, right? Though you ink
No,
that turn.
because
you ink that turn.
Oh.
Ink to get to 8, play it, right?
I see.
So you play it as basically the last card in your hand, but then you're guaranteed to get that 4 lore from Ward, but now the question becomes like, okay, do I ink this card I drew off the top in order to keep this Radigan alive,
Right.
or do I,
Play the
play this
card.
and let Radigan go away?
Yeah.
It is nice that
It also has to
Monstro,
be inkable.
the Rush Monstro, doesn't take it out. Um, but yeah, it does have to be inkable. You're right. I don't know. I give this like a
I don't like
6,
it. I think it's a 5.
5. Sounds good.
Would you say?
I gave it a 6. Uh,
Okay.
and then last up, the last card of the set, the biggest, baddest boy in all of the Reign of Jafar is none other than Mickey Mouse. Mick Mouse. 10 cost, uninkable, 10/10, bodyguard, quests for 5. When this character is banished, deal 5 damage to each opposing character.
That's not basically a darn B prep built into a body. I don't know.
Pretty big boy.
But oh my goodness, you're never getting to 10 ink. That just seems impossible. Like, at least with the Chernobog, who was 10 cost,
You got cheaper.
uninkable, he could be cheaper
Yeah.
very easily with his built-in condition. There's no built-in condition with this. And there's really not a whole lot in this set that's like, make this character cheaper. There's
Yeah.
maybe like one thing,
Yeah,
two
we saw
things,
one
a couple of
character
things.
that could quest to make it a little bigger.
But man,
I'm going
I
to
feel
give
like
this
this is
one
a
a 10.
trap card that's just going to brick your hand.
10 out of 10. It's a 10 cost, 10 10.
We just got to keep it at 10. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 10. 10 10
There you go,
for
Brad.
the
That's what a 10
10
looks like.
cost. 10 10 inkable.
That's what a 10 looks like in limited. In all seriousness, for those of you who are still hanging out with us, it's late. This card's not great. It's really expensive. Like, if you can play this, you just basically win the game. But
I would
chances
think
are
so.
you probably could have won the game before then with other cards. But, like, it's probably one of those ones that you just put in your deck because it's fun.
For fun.
If you have the spot, it's uninkable. Sure, you get bricked and it gets stuck in your hand sometimes, but
Yeah.
it happens.
I feel like that's what's going to happen with this card. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, the Mickey, I got to have it in my hand for sealed. But it's going to be in your hand the whole game. I promise.
Yep.
More power to you if you make it work, though. But yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well,
only an hour overtime. It's okay.
we got yeah, only an hour. Not too bad. I kind of knew we were doomed when 204 cards meant 30 seconds per card. Can't even read the card that fast. But hey, we had fun.
I hope you did.
Yep. If you watch this, hopefully you were able to ingest all of the information. If you have your opinions, you should have given it to us in the chat as we were going, but feel free to leave a comment if you're watching this later. Hopefully this gives you some idea to go off of on limited, sealed, draft. Definitely join our Discord. Link should be in the description. If it's not, check out one of our videos. You can find our Discord. I believe in you. Come tell us how you did in sealed and draft. Let us know if there was a card we were right or wrong on. We rated it low. It won the game for you. Let us know. We're always interested in that kind of information. It lets us know how accurate we are, and it's just fun, right?
Yeah. Mostly we do this for ourselves, I think, because it gives us a quick refresher before we jump into the sealed events that's happening in 3 days. Can't wait. I want my product.
Absolutely.
But yeah, be sure to join the Discord because we do also have a channel where you can show us all your brand new shiny cards that you hopefully will pull. And if you don't pull them, that's okay because we do have the TCG player that I will let Andy say because I am not used to what the link is.
It's on the screen now. partner.tcgplayer.com/ROV. Yeah.
Get yourself a dump truck.
If you get some singles, I do usually recommend waiting a little bit after set launch. Buy some stuff. Get your trove. Get a box or two. Play some sealed. Open up some stuff. Take a breather, and then assess. Okay, what cards do I need? which reminds me, we are going to need to be quick on the TCG player, or we're probably going to need to borrow from a bunch of our teammates. We've got that tournament coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. First weekend after the set launches, and
What do you
we're
mean
already
quick on the TCG player? Just use the product that we buy. Because we
well.
definitely didn't buy enough.
I know. We just I'm just saying we gotta find them all very quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah. As Brad said, we got it pinned up there. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're at Rules of Villainy on all of our socials, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, here on YouTube, Spotify. We do the podcast. Comes out every Friday. Deck Test Tuesday every Tuesday. The Mayor's Meta Report Saturday. I think he might be switching to Sunday, but for now,
so.
Saturday, or at least on Saturdays. Plus, he's been doing these set reports, which if you didn't see those, go check those out. He shouts out all of the players in our area that do well and wins set championships. Yeah.
And stay tuned for future events because there's quite a lot going on. We'll be in Kentucky in 2 weeks for the 5K. There's the big event in our area in July that we will be starting to advertise more as we come closer to that date. So, yeah, be sure to hit that like and that little bell. Make sure you're tuned in.
Yep, like and subscribe. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. We really appreciate it. We'll see you on the podcast on Friday. See you next week on
Happy pack
Deck
opening!
Test Tuesday. Good luck in Reign of Jafar.